Well, that was proper weird. That was all of that just before this live feed. Welcome to Flat Earth British Think Tanks. Flatterday extravaganza age. Let me just check my comms are in order. Lovely to see you all. Sorry to piss you around. That wasn't me. That was my tech being a shit. So I had to mess around. I lost 30 links and I had to go and find them all. Like my poor little hat pity pat him while 100 people fuck off and look for me again. So I had to, just get rid of all that was before. So I do apologize. Okay, that wasn't me. Okay, that was me having to. OBS hijacked my camera. So I had to uninstall it for now. So, how you all doing? You feeling fantastic? You feeling fab? Well, we got a Flatterday Brian Splattage roller coasterage experience here lined up for you tonight. Been searching the Flat Earth British archives because we got a very extensive archivage, have we? I found some discoveries. What I would presume from its study to be a few pre-flood maps, which is not as unusual as it may sound. Pierre Rees, the Turkish admiral, said that his maps that showed a jungly Antarctica, he said they were from an older time, meaning before the reset. So you can see the title of this vlog, Mudtaria, okay, mudding Tartaria when you're going in to steal a civilization, the rise and fall of the Phoenicians. Okay, well, think of them in less of an allegorical text, more in a physical form. Okay, coming up from the water in their watery wickedness sort of thing, and how they took down a culture after mud flooding. We're going to follow a sort of chronology and show you some of my discoveries. There's plenty right the way through this post of Brian Splattage. We got funny stuff, as you might expect. Okay, see that in the background there? Yeah, that's like the inside of my Brian right now. Okay, I'm back, but my Brian's just somewhere else. Okay, the simplest of tasks seem seemingly impossible. Maybe I just should stick with the complex. Eh? So, how to win the day. Feeling fantastic? Well, the awakening isn't it? It's just a fantastic thing to behold. So excited right now. I'm drinking lemons with squished black currants in there to release the black currantness, to help my Brian, okay, revitalize my Brian so I can basically post to you guys. So yeah, I'm sure it's flat. It's been an exciting week. I'm still waiting on the actual official footage for the Flat Earth British Conference. That was a week ago in Birmingham, England land. But somebody did record it and put it on their channel, the Martin Liga bit and Dave and other bits. So we'll have a little vote later on after I present a fuck ton of stuff. Okay, whether or not you want to see Martin, Flat Earth British, at the convention, eh? Which is actually a conference. Talking stuff. Okay, but this is not my video. I didn't make it, and somebody like kindly overlaid pictures and stuff to make it all like pretty funky. So it'd be like more of a taster exclusive. So let me have a look at that bit later. Pics and just so much. Okay, so I'm going to give a few review shouts. Welcome you here to the great Flat Earth British Think Tanks usage extravaganza, and this is basically us back to business. Okay, let's look at some stuff now. Definitely some of the stuff that we're going to be seeing in this I have definitely never seen before. Okay, definitely. And this map first that I'm going to present, it's the first of its kind that I have seen. My eyes jumped out like the film Mask. Burr, burr, burr. That wasn't sixes. That's my eyes just coming out on sockets, you know. And all the other stuff as well. So big clues to before the reset, before the mud flood, what this place could have looked like. Lots of clues, actually. It's really good to pick apart. And we're just going to look through a load of stuff together, and we're going to discover together. There are a few things that I've discovered that are like, uh-oh, well, that's not supposed to be there sort of moments. But I like to go through a load of stuff. Okay, some of this freaky alchemical stuff's pretty freaky. Okay, epically weird in the extreme. And we'll just like have a think about it all together, because that's what we do on a think tank. Okay, just put all our big Brians in one big Brian, a super Brian. Okay. So let's Juicage says Manny Silver. Is that Mellage in the house? Is so is. How fantastic is that? The one and only Mellage. Steve Dickinson. Feeling very flat earthy right now. Yeah, somebody suggested, do you feel a bit weird, like the vibration? Fuck no. Fuck no. The vibration is fucking tangible, guys. Everyone's feeling it. Yeah, it's just like, woohoo, another day. How very exciting in the awakening. Can't wait to see what comes next. So yeah, they had protests in my city today, but I didn't know about them until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd seen them on a channel, but it didn't seem like a good day out. Plus, I stick out like a sore thumb. Plus, I'm not really up to it at the moment. To be able to just like stand around in the streets. It's like if I was there, it's like, so what are we doing? Standing around in the streets? Let's do something, yeah? Because it's just like standing around in the streets. And all of the police, like all around them, waiting to go in and smash their heads in later. So it's like, that don't sound like a good day out to me. So I don't think I'll bother with that. That's just me. So. Dick Richardson, I get the truth other ways. Okay, Mark Kernan, the plans coming together very, very nicely. Stroke my bunny. Yeah, I'm good Spectre. So there's Dean saying aloha because he's in Hawaii land, and there is lovely India who helped me do everything really because I can't really do things myself. Squirrel Sniper. I think, therefore I am. Profound statement. Almost finished there. Joy. Good to see you. You bring joy. Space Raider. Maybe you need to reevaluate your name because space is like not real. Jollyman. Much love to you, Jollyman. You're an awesome friend. That's it. AI Turnip World. Oh, Alternative World. Okay, have some footage of AP. I'm gonna show that a little bit later, and I'm gonna link it up as well. And hopefully, like, I can't see me getting like copyrighted for me at my convention. That would make no fucking sense. Sir Joy Litka FEB. Yeah, I know, Sir J. I know who you are. I know. Even without looking, I just sensed it just coming out of the fucking avatar. So that's the. Just maybe other people experience that just then. EXB, happy Flatterday to you. Did I do that? Magic. Double flat thumbs to infinity thrice, forever and ever. Flat earthers and mud flooders extraordinaires. Lindsay. Oh, Cat Churney House. I was listening to Lips Inc. only today. Sink and Itch. Yeah. Funky Town. I love Funky Town. Let me take you to Funky Town. Fucking epic. Not too much of that in this post, so art matters. Art does matter, and art matters very much. I met Art. I see how many of you people I met. Dave Fellin lives on an island in the Pacific. What we need to do is get a big fuck-off rope, hook it on, tow New Zealand closer to Wales. Okay? And then we could just, like, be the same country. Really fun. But probably not a reality. The Prime Minister of Finland. Yeah, I'm Estonian. I'm almost Finnish. Uksa Coxacoma. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I speak it lingo. Okay, Brian. He's a Welshman, like myself. I'm also a Welshman, a man of many colors. But Adabachin. And Matt Mud. Don't worry, just roll with it, okay? I do. Let's wing it. Let's just wing it together. Matt Moronto, Steve Dickinson again. JD, good to see you. Yes, get them bongs lit. Mike James, Sir J, awesome FEB conference, folks. I loved it. Got some cool vids too. Well, link us up each to any video each that you do have. Scutpack Ayup, I don't know what that means. Oh, that's a person's name. Flat Smack Biblical. Good to see you, Flat Smack Biblical. Okay, we'll have a bit of. We'll be biblically it. up no end in this video. You're going to love it. Yeah. Okay. The old reset itch. Yeah. The last-ish judgment. Not the last judgment, because, you know, that would be shit. And we're not manifesting that reality. So that's the mentality of the Vatican. Yeah. It's got to be weird. You know, something off about it all, isn't it? Cavalocious. Something weird about it all. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Jenkins, feel flat. Oh, yes. I feel very flat. I feel like I should roll over and somebody should be rubbing my belly. Psycho Dave. Oh, belly rub. Ryan Duff. Much love back at Jollykins. And then there's Flowage with an epic smile. She just lights up the world with an epic smile. Lindsay. And I can't say that word, skate pack, too much for my Brian tonight. Okay. Pool Dog, I thought your name was Pooh Bear. I was just, my Brian interpreted it as that. That happens, you know. Yeah. It's like selective viewing or something. I'll just turn it into something else. More fun. Skettage. How are you doing in Australia land skettage? Do not fall off, okay? Hold on. Gruff. Hi, Guffage. You've been around a while, haven't you? Matthew Thunder. Oh, yes. And the rain. You know all about it. We're flat earthers. We know all about it. Anne-Marie. I can swear in Dutch. Anne-Marie, do you want me to swear in Dutch? Cover your ears, gal. Eh? Hofferdomme. You right. Fucking know it. I know. I'm a bad boy. What am I going to say? I know swear language. I know swear words in every language, even languages that don't have swear words. I know swear words in. Yeah. I got 30 swear words for snow. Sorry. Raz, good to see you, my brother. Oh, oh. It's fun, isn't it? Well, you got to live in the now, guys. You got to let your hair down if you have any. Not you, Brian, and anyone else. Oh, well, I entertain myself anyway. Saves me having to go out and deal with them. It's nice when we're all together, though. That's moments of sanity and reason. But anyway, they'll all fuck off soon. So, epic. Let's get on with some usage. Now, what I'm going to present to you is some fantastic mappage, right? Use your Brian's and use your eyeballs, because mine are pretty shit. I keep missing loads because people send me emails saying, "Mate, you missed this," and I'm like, "Fucking hell, that was pure proper juice," and I miss it. So, you know, let's all look together. I will scan around now. This is nectar. Okay, this is juicage. This is fantastic stuff. You won't have seen any of this before because you haven't got my archive. Okay, so you won't have seen any of this before. So buckle in and do enjoy the Flat Earth British ridage. Okay, we're gonna have a little giggle later. It won't be rude. Okay. Stop thinking that at me. You think I don't know what you're thinking right now? Yeah, I know. Same as what my mother was thinking. Probably. What's wrong with him? So, this is a fantastic mappage. This is, guys. Check this out for usage. Okay. So, the date on it is 1553. So it's really, really early, and there's some incredible anomalies with it. Okay. First one, we'll start down in what's always a mind blow, is the hot and tropical land with rhinoceros of Cossaris, and probably a giraffe, mountain ranges, which is supposed to be Antarctica, which is like a warm place, and it comes all the way up to the Tropic of Capricorn, apparently. And they got camels because it's so bloody hot. Okay. And it comes up here So let's just imagine for a second, right? One of a couple of scenarios, actually, that this is still there. Okay, maybe partly frozen over, maybe now starting to thaw large parts of it, like million square miles or something, where they all go to. Okay, there's a flat earther somewhere by there as well, which I'll show you later. So yeah, loads of anomalies, but not a bad projection. Madagascar looks absolutely huge, but they got the Greenland down because it's not even there at all. What I find amazing and what I think, why I think it's an old world map is everything's in sort of Latin or the Phoenician Latin. You know, the Bacalinia for what is New England, excuse me, Newfoundland, etc. Canada Pro, which is Canada, which is Caneland. Labrador is all a bit at the top. I wonder what that is with lab. Like, is that where the lab is? Cardia. So it's all like sort of Phoenician names. But you don't get actually any lakes, Great Lakes. There's no 5 Great Lakes. You just call one Great Lake. The River St. Lawrence is not the same, and there's no mining, maybe, or what created the Great Lakes of North America. Now, the weird thing is Columbus in their official narrative is supposed to be, not that long before this official narrative, but the whole place is covered with what looks like European type cities, giant spires, and I'm talking about the whole of it. But the one thing that I've never seen before, which I thought was wicked, is this, oh, right, so that's Southeast Asia, okay, similar sorts of names rather than what you'd think of as Chinese names, and it's connected. It's connected to Alaska, and there's all these cities everywhere. The climate's completely different. Why are they doing this? So, California is attached, but this, it's not by much, is it? And all these cities, what are they doing there? Also here, the Incas are supposed to be around. The Aztecs, Mayans are around 1500s anyway. They didn't fall till the reset, and there's a giant city in the middle of the lake, which is dried out, I guess, today. So a lot of Phoenician names going down with the Caribbean islands, Babylonia, and it's not the same as today. A lot of them. St. Lucia's the same. Martinus. So a few of them may be the same. Iona, as they are in the modern day. So Europe, not too many changes, not really. Port cartography, it's all a bit squished. The boots over a bit much on Italy. I don't know what's going on. But what it does show, this map, as I've proposed many, many times, is the juice is in North Africa. So that is thought of as what it is, a dust bowl, isn't it? No, it's just a massive, biggest desert on Earth, or so they say. Not at this period, 1550s, you got 3 giant lakes. Is this Lake Niger? Well, it's just like a puddle now. Lake Toga, not sure. So what's going on here? So giant rivers, all water. This place is covered in, as I will show you later, trees that you would think of as in Britain. So deciduous trees, basically, guys. And, all of the Phoenician names. Arche, for Arcadia, but no desert as such existing. The only thing that I can see is Sahara, near to Sahara. So yeah, blitzed, taken out in the events. This could be a free flood map, and Africa as well, South Africa. This is Lake Victoria. It's supposed to be the biggest lake, one of the biggest lakes in the world, isn't it? So what's these other 2 big lakes? So this is supposed to be the source of the River Nile, which it does really appear to be. Where's the White Nile? This is the White Nile. What's these then? So I don't know. So again, 2 anomalous large bodies of water, and South African tip, weird as well. So yes, all Phoenicians, you get the they come in with these sails on whales like Venus, etc. And the Phoenicians just seem to come sailing in. We've got some freaky sort of depictions later. So that could be there. We've seen it on maps. The Phoenicia was actually by here, and it said safe haven, you know, like occupied land. I definitely think this is just an experiment, just like one of those mice experiments. I definitely think this place that is presented to us with their clever mathematics, with their ball, is all that they got is cunning mathematics, which can be undone. We've already undone them on Flat Earth British. We just need to tweak it. So they you know, it's just. So yeah, at this period, the artworks are incredible. You got to think to yourself, well, is it all allegorical, or are they telling us something really important? And the overwhelming theme of this period, guys, is this classical world in flames, fantastical cities like you've never seen before. It's just like, what? You know, in the past, you can see that there's just fantastical cities, but they got like what? Serpents flying, like rods. People riding like fish, like if it's water, and some sort of wizard, I guess, with a fez and a lantern, and some guy looks like he's being tormented by some sort of demons. So you get a lot of this, you know, all hell breaks loose thing. Is it just the psyche, you know, with fear and everything that, you know, people just conjure up, you know? I notice if they put like bad news feeds on Instagram, I don't look at them anymore, because instantly you tend to visualize it. And it's like, see what you fucking did there. So it's the same with this, with the heaven and hell thing. Good and bad. You know, what's this one doing? So they're just being disgusting. He's blowing like smoke out of his bum or something, is he? This one's got a droogie mask on, a plague mask, plague doctor mask. And he's also pandemic. Holy fuck. He's got his head in a ladder. He's reading the handbook. Cluage. So yeah, it looks like Hieronymus Bosch, but I really don't think this one is. It's a similar school of thought, though. I mean, Hieronymus Bosch definitely shows you. What's that? See heck. What the heck? Some just bizarre stuff, guys. Clues to reset, because everything is being reset. Some distillation unit. Seems to be really important. You know, demons, wheelbarrows. So what else is happening in this strange ass world? Well, there's people on the bridge. Looks like they're doing a bit of an exodus. Is that an owl? Sure is. So yeah, what you see an overwhelming theme, guys, in a lot of this school of, you know, post-reset world, is everything is caked in mud, and there's a lot of people living underground, and you're going to see a lot of these bunkers in Rome, definitely other places. So it looks like there's a lot of pans, and somebody playing the panpipes, and they're dancing around like in a fairy circle. And the Phoenicians again, sirens. Pat fish, maybe. I'm not. All look the same always. And some wizard who's reading to them. So a whole lot of fuckery. This guy's got some strange sword. And he's doing a charge on his own. Seems to be a lot of strange critters up there as well. So this is the sort of theme. It's like horrifying. It's like the stuff of nightmares. A reality? Or is this just allegory for psyche? Everything you see linked here at the top, guys. It's a few to get through. I'll definitely be linking after this showage. So this is a crazy, crazy good book of graves. I've been through a few of them, but not that many. I stopped at this because I thought, oh, you guys got to see this. So the Phoenicians arriving in the mud flood world. The bunkers, as I just showed you, everything in all of this sort of, you know, gloopiness, as you see. But look what they're arriving in, guys. The bunko booth. Are they teleporting? Are they coming from underground? How many of these have we seen? They're all over antiquity. We don't know what they are. Look, there's a Millicillin. Or if they just had a cup of coffee in Starbucks. And it's Antiquitech. And we've been talking about what we just coined them bunko booths. But yeah, so they're coming out. And it looks, it's them Phoenicians, the angels again, this same papal hat, the flat hat that they give to papal people, and the Maltese cross, and offering gold and trinkets by the looks of it. And the people looks like they're running away. They're not doing as good, there's no doubt about it. Haha, Anne-Marie. Conjure. So I'm not sure, but it looks like they're chasing them into an underground thing here. Get them off the land. One of those blank panels. Fleur de lis. And a lion. So yeah, what's that? Oh, sorry, I missed that. Volant in Avum. And it's the bumblebees again. I'm really sure, because they're like, they're really, really into the bumblebees. So I'm thinking, it's really important to them. So let's have a look at a few of these depictions. It goes through a lot of art, so I'll squiz through a few, guys. I'm not going to take too much time because I've got so much to present to you. It is hard to believe. Let me just squiz through these. Let's have a look. Okay. So nothing stranger than these things. There really isn't. Again, coming down with a laurel leaf, a cherub, people looking on. It's supposed to be the Roman world, but it's all set in this day and age. And what's going on here? Is this St. Francis? What's this? Whatever it is, they're burning his ass and they're pinching him with a pinch thing. Look, he's all burnt. But he's got the shine on. He's got the monk hair as well. So yeah, it's anything to do with religion. You can see there's always something unpleasant happening, or some weird shit going down. Oh yeah, the Pope. So I definitely think, the thing that goes on, like, he's a black Pope right now, but I go back to the days of like John Boy, yeah, and I've seen him. He actually did one of those cross things at me and my friend when he was going to the airport in his Pope mobile when he came to Pontcanna Fields in Cardiff doing his Pope Goes on Tour, 88 tour, whatever. And basically, I was remembering the Pope that went before, and we lasted about 30 seconds, and then it's like, oh, we all have to wait for the smoke to come out now, see which Pope is next. And it's like, is it the black smoke? Yeah, because you're burning his fucking ass, aren't you? We know what's going on. You're holocausting him, burnt offering. So again with the bees, look. Again with the bees and this portal thing, ever-present clouds, because we do think that the Phoenicians are a form of informational exchange. What was this, Das? I don't know. You see it a lot, this orbit thing. And eagle wings open in this case. Plasma burst. Always over the crown, which is the corona. Everything they're talking about here is their technology. It's just we interpret it differently in this realm now. In their realm, with the Caduceus, Scepter, Orb, dodgy-looking Jesuits, and their leader, Loyola. Look at his name, Loyola. Well, actually, he was Basque, so they say. So look, knobbly bits, statues. Why? Skull and crossbones on something you're going to drink out of it, or is it just an obelisk? No, there's steam coming out of it. Why? Why is there steam coming out of this obelisk? And what are these spiky things? Oh wow, that is a weird one. What's on the top is an angel with a trumpet and that same hat. The Caduceus, this is weird. So what would they use them for with the bad energy thing? Oh, we'll check this one out. So there's a strange monkey. He's holy. He's got a ring on his head. Imagine if you walk around with a ring on your head in this day and age. You'd probably get jumped. Oi, ringhead, have him. You would. So I don't know what all of these strands are. I recognize some of what they're saying in its strange Latinness. So again, the eagle wings open, and a god with his head in a triangle. The god dude thing, head thing. whatever. Big wank. And the constellations, which is a big deal with these as well. There's that ball again, which is a really big deal with these Phoenicians. They got to do stuff like induce one of their princes, a ginger one maybe, on say a summer solstice. Yeah, induce, get that kid out. No, the stars align, sire. Bring in the fifth element. We haven't located the fifth element. So Moses had horns. Yeah, a lot of them had horns. They do. Well, you do. So yeah, I don't know. Phoenicians in clouds. I don't know. I can't get the context of that without having to read it all, but it's too much to get through. Yeah, insanely big architecture. Let's have a check this out. All nicely flowered out, but covered in their creepy weirdness again. So that cathedral I went to, my last post, what was missing? Well, there was no monk standing there pointing at stuff. Yeah. So I'm wondering if they just removed loads of creepy monks. Get in there, skeleton. Oh, it's him again. The guy with the club. Could be Hercules. Is it? Ooh, do. Okay, well, they come with a load of their principles. And, I was thinking about judgment. It was like, I'm not so sure about all this, It's like, who's judging fucking who anyway? It's like, who give them the moral high ground that I should be fucking judged by them? Even the celestial high fucking court. I protested. I didn't sign up for this shit. It's been crap the whole time. It was only me that made any fun and anything fucking funky. What you lot got to say for yourself? You're really shit at what you do, by the way. The place has been a mess. Have you seen my high street? Covered in fucking dog shit and dust masks or face masks. What have you got to say for yourself? Yeah, well, we seem to have messed things up, but that was all you're doing, actually, Martin. What, me solo? Well, no, you and that fucking think tank of yours. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, it was us, really. Sorry. So there's that going on. I think somewhere along the line, though, guys, definitely, even without being there or born in that time, I think I'm partly responsible for World War II and probably World War One. And probably all the other shit that's gone down in the past. Even not even being there, I get this weird feeling I'm somehow responsible. Yeah. Master of disaster, isn't it? Yeah. It's like, time's bullshit anyway. I'm reaching across all time spans right now. Time traveling with high levels of trippiness. The lion's hugging a horn of plenty, and he is too. Getting down with the real rootage. So the fleur-de-lis, still a lot of this allegory not being decoded, Like the fleur-de-lis is thought of as maybe organ energy splaying out, or a lily that can detoxify water. So here they are in the Phoenician bars. They are really, really big on bars. Like they say the Romans were, but the Romans were them. They got a cello there. So I wonder what their musical scores were like. I wonder if they were like when the levee breaks, Led Zeppelin, for example. Wouldn't that be fab, though? Yeah, because they got a watery theme. It's got to be something to do with flooding everything, killing everybody, hasn't it? Don't worry. Later on, they get the big chow down. Oh, yeah, guys, I've been saying for years that these fuckers are completely insane on us. But the thing is they have fallen because they've been exposed for all their bullshittery. And we're not. Are the bees leaving? So long, thanks for all of the sugar water. Yeah, the dolphins as well. So long, thanks for all the fish. They're leaving that carcass and going back to another dimension. It's a dimensional portal hat. Like Big Trouble in Little China. I knew it. Yeah. Don't start wearing your lampshades around the room, Steve Richards. That's just silly. We all know what you're doing. Peacocks, I think they definitely brought them in. I think they hybrided them. My friend the other day, Chris, said I think that when they done this DNA job on us, they took all of the best bits out of the animals. So a bit of a cow, bit of a rat, bit of a squirrel. Okay. Bit of, I don't know. Another animal indigenous to Britain, hedgehog. What's she doing? Oh, squeaky. Oh, hedgehog. but definitely a rabbit, right? I was thinking about that. I was thinking, well, no, not really, because we'd have all super abilities. Yeah, I'd be able to knock you out with a connected blast, like like basically a rabbit. Yeah, and I'd have like cow abilities too, like really long eyelashes, and be able to produce, well, probably not milk. If I'm a cow, I'd probably have horns. Oh, is this a clue? So the fleur-de-lis changed from water to little arrows coming down, captured by the evil Chernobylski gang, which are actually hardened criminals, by the way. Don't feel sympathy for them, okay? I know they look like children. They are not children, okay? They're evil, okay? They're the stuff of nightmares. More with the bees. They're really, really potty about the bees. And it looks like if they fuck off, everyone's dead anyway, because they basically pollinize the gaff, don't they? Without them, I don't think the wasps are going to keep it up. The hornets are a bit cheesy. It's Mars. Oh, it's got flying boots on. No. Mercury. And who we got here? Oh, Damor. It's like Amor, you know. And then what a little creepy gets with a blank nothing in there. What's all that going on about then? Why is that? I always get the feeling of interdimensional travel when I see all of this. Look at this city. Yeah. Yeah. That's brilliant compared to now. Look at this fucking thing here. And all the stuff going on. These built a wall to keep the mud out. They must have known. Fucking no shit, we knew. You know, we're digging in. And these pillars, they remove these everywhere. Look at all the mud. You see it? All like sloppy mud. Again, with the crown on top of there. And the masons got the two pillars. Behold. Oh, these guys don't look like they're doing too good. Because they ain't got nothing going on. And more adut. Adit. Oh, so something to do with lovage. No, there's no love coming off the Vatican. They're all about coin. It's like they want money. And they're not doing too well. I didn't think they're doing as well as they was. Because, let's be honest, who's going? Yeah? My local Catholic church is covered in dog shit. People keep flicking at it. What? Hooligans, guys. There's no respect, is there? Ooh, upside down. So let's have a look. It's more beholding. So indigenous populations, heads chopped off. Always going to get that when they turn up. And behold, a bright shining light with a hat on. See, that wouldn't scare me. So I think we got a bit of the Ovids going on here. She's going to metamorphosize herself into a tree in a minute. So yeah, you see these all over your public buildings. Exactly the same characters. Just whacking that bush to get the tree out, the stuff out of it. I don't agree with that. Just wait for it to naturally fall. Or just pick them off with the ladder. Don't whack it. Tree's screaming, yo. So what we got going on? Oh, a giant super knight just been delivered. Fuck me. These robots super... See Robocop, yeah? Not Robocop, but the other robot. The one that couldn't do stairs. That would have been fantastic, guys. Yeah? This is the Robocop of the day. He's massive. And you got some other weird, freaky dudes as well. Time of magic and weird, all of this. What kind of cannons are these? Oh, I don't know. High strangeness. Bet you haven't seen none of this before. No, you haven't. So, again, out of the water. Butt naked. Always butt naked. Handbook for a reset. Easy to do. These people are weak as piss. All you got to do is just brainwash them with television. Offer them, like, shit. So, bread and circuses. Fucking all the stuff that goes with it. What you do on a Saturday. Watch football. Just crap, all of it. Of course, the Romans or the Phoenicians, they brought it all in, didn't they? The old Circus Maximus. Oh, yes, let's execute absolutely everyone for a jolly. See, I'm not buying that. I don't think people want to go out on a Saturday afternoon, watch everyone get massacred. Let's go and watch a couple of thousand Christians get ripped apart by lions. I think people had delicate stomachs back then as well. Otherwise, why are they eating all this olive oil and garlic and olives and black olives and ting. You know, makes sense to me. So enough holiness going on. Let's move along. This book will be shared to you guys. There's shitloads of it, but there's loads to get through as well. So this is a good little book. It shows you the mud flood. Let me just also from the same time period, but you will see everything. The Romans, the Phoenicians, the same old thing. And this is the giant at Knossos, apparently. I actually think this might be America land. But the architecture is just like, what? Giants going down, all sorts going down in this freaky ass book. But the world is ruined. Looks like it's all dropped from the sky in one big sloosh, left some sort of mud on top of the columns for basically all of this plantage to grow out of. Okay, you know, it had to be some sort of mud on top as well. So yeah, Noah's flood. This region was flooded. We've already posted about from an ancient document we found and had translated the deluge of the noble city of Rome at this period. See these bunco booths? Just the doors, anomalous, not doing shit, either side of the magnetic arch. I can't help thinking that that's how they're getting through. Seeing them in the water, yeah. Okay, I get that they could be, you know, an aspect of our psyche. You know, the bugging us away with their statues everywhere, imposing everything, like they do now with their weird cult. Yeah, people are actually into it, guys. It's weird as fuck. It's like just like a whole new culture of like people that got locked down. You have like who were like musicians that are vaguely respected, not really in the past. Yeah, just like what I did when I was on lockdown, I wrote a song for you. Oh, give us a fucking break. Yeah, so and they're all shit. Let's be honest, they're all shit, aren't they? Yeah, they don't even write their own fucking lyrics. Do you know who writes them? The Tavistock. Decode from marriage. Tavi, the word Tavi in Hebrew means devils. So Tavistock are devil's stock. Yeah, and they write the lyrics, and they write, you know, all of it really, guys. You think of reading a book by Lewis Carroll? No. It's somebody they had in a think tank. See, that looks a bad day in bedrock, doesn't it? Yeah. All of antiquity showing you the world is ruined. Covered in mud. Later recovers, and this architecture is sublime, sacred geometry, worlds of obelisks, pyramids, which were probably tech. Nobody's even got any bloody clothes at this period. They're just roaming around in the mud. So these are not Piranesi. There's another Barastita, another artist of the same period, which engraves exactly the same sort of stuff as Piranesi, a smashed up, ruined, mud flooded, gloopy classical worlds with fantastic architecture. Is there any denying this is just gloop? No grass is even growing on it, no trees. It's just these shrubs on the buildings, where everything's just ultimately ruined. Buried deep. Look at this temple complex. Everything buried deep. As Rome was until the 1930s, as we have talked about and shown on this channel many, many times. Yeah, it looks like everything's just gone sploosh on from above, from looking at that. So yeah, this guy we've seen before just now in the other book with his club, he's going around smashing everyone's brains in. I don't know what's the matter with him. He's proper mental in this whole world. And idols everywhere and bunkers everywhere in all the depictions of this period. All about getting underground, all about getting out of it. And we've seen this this sort of pyramid setup before, but it's bursting steam out of it. So I was tending to think that this is this terraforming, creating clouds, creating like the Phoenician world. We could have been like, this world could have been at some stage fish world, water world, underwater. It looks like the bottom of a fish tank with the water drained off is what it looks like. And then you clean it up, clean the fish tank up, reset the stage. We come in. I haven't been here long. Not looking not looking at a fucking infant dental records. We haven't been here fucking long. We're nothing to do with anything in here. That's for sure. Which should get you scratching your head, really, really thinking, guys. What about death? Well, this will get you thinking. Sometimes you can die, and you can not actually die. You can lay in some sort of stasis without any happy as such. for a number of weeks, months even, but you're not dead. This is something that humans can do. We shut down. They don't really recognize it. Okay. So they take you off, say, oh, it's dead. Oh, no, it's the mirror, what have you. No pulse. No, this is not even traceable. And they fucking bury you. Okay. And then the Victorians knew about this thing that happened to humans. Okay. This shutdown thing. Some sorts of, excuse me. I think James Bond did it in a film once where he basically stopped his pulse. So there are some like, shaman and stuff and, lamas that can actually make themselves appear to be dead. So yeah, there was the bell system for graves. You had the mort grave because they actually think people were coming up from the ground, like as in zombie state or as in a werewolf or a vampire, because they're actually thinking this shit is like real. And the fact is that people can stay alive and hardly responding to anything or not at all. And then just snap out of it. Adrenaline release, heart starts off. You haven't missed a day. You didn't need any food. Your body wasn't burning energy. And on you go. So, there's a big thing, isn't it? They can't wait to scare us under the ground. The Muslim world and a lot of other cultures, I guess, not the Muslims, the Hindus, are burning their dead, cremation. So, yeah, let me just state, this is the Terra saints, ancient saints, or the tribes after the flood of Noah and where they all shot off to. So it's the tribe of Dan and all the others, right, from biblical text. But so it's the Holocaust, so let's make a little sacrifice of something. And then there's a proper nutcase who's going to kill his son unless somebody from the sky shouts, hey, no, don't do it, mate, you fucking mentalist. And then he doesn't do it and snaps out of it because he's proper mental, by the way. And then parting the seas. Okay, is that the seas above? Is that what the Great Rift is, the Milky Way? Did they part the seas up there? Is this all like our allegory for a bigger story and a bigger tale altogether? Mount Ararat, yeah, smoking bastard, wasn't it? So apparently they had a bit of a message. So he went and got his Apple tablet, and then they had the plasma tech. Ark of the Covenant. Is that here today on Earth's surface? That's an intriguing thought. And Solomon's Temple, no matter what depiction, they seem to know exactly what it's like. They know the schematics of it, everything about it. They got his blueprints. It's just incredible, considering it's supposed to be far off antiquity. And it's all in mud, deep entrenchments. So what's happening with Solomon? He's doing Solomon stuff, and there's Sheba. I think she was his chick, I'm not sure. So history says. Phoenicians, but look in there. The altar of holocausts. I wondereth what they are burning in there. Anything sinister? So, they're keeping the Ark of the Covenant in this gaff. Needs some sort of protecting. Don't want it arcing out and resetting the world. So we're going to need mud flood down in Jerusalem. Yeah. So Jerusalem suffered a bit of a mud flood. The walls are all smashed. Nothing left in this depiction. But we do go in a different chronology for Jerusalem. Look at this giant place. How big can that be in the desert? It's the camp of Moses Age. So yeah, let's have a look at Jerusalem's. That's Nazareth. Okay, they got a lot of bunkers going on as well. Ooh. It's a little chapel. And I'm not actually sure, but check the architecture. And Jerusalem, there's Mount Zion and Table Mount, and it's all like recovered more or less, I guess. Like there. A bit better than the other one. It's all high up here, isn't it? And you know what Solomon's Temple looks like? And some mappage. So it's Phoenician. So we're looking, in my Brian, not long after the reset world. No, they got like, how can they, if this was like, so ancient, how come they got all of this? The plans for it. It's just absolutely insane. And it looks so much like some sort of computer device. What's happening in here? Just thought it'd fly in. It's fucking Superman. And he got the red cape. It's weird. I'm not sure if it is rape. I'm red. I'm just saying. And the crucifixion. No. They said I could go free. Is that the Tower of Babel? Oh, it is. No, Le Mont Tabor. Mont Tabor. Don't know about that one, guys. Jerusalem recovered. So yeah, I will link this up. There's just so much in there to share with you. It's hard to even imagine. Crossing the river on your horse-age. Right, let's move on. So yeah, this is another little discovery. Garden of Eden. So like the Garden of Eden is thought to be in, Hyperborean. But they got it mapped here in what appears to be the Holy Land. And there it is there. So is this the desert? Let's have a look. You've got Adam and Eve. And it says Anno 930. Fuck me. It's got a date. 930. Adam 930. 930. It's not 1930 if you add a 1, guys. Oh, that's a bit of a head fuck. It actually gives you a date for Adam and Eve. Anyway, so where'd they come from? They got exiled from for basically wanting a bit of information about what the fuck this place was. I don't think that's unreasonable. But it doesn't look like a deserted world. There's other stuff going on. Well, not really. Not really. Not much going on. Because they're supposed to be first man and woman. So what's all this out here then? Seems to be a lot happening on the Silk Road. They got crossbows. Okay. It's all in Latin. So that's a confusing state of affairs. So, Noah got out up by there, did he? Is that where Mount Ararat is? Oh, and then he went a sailing. He's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You guys can bounce with me, not. So Cain, Abel, Seth, and then Cainage 910. 8895. Interesting, they're giving you actual dates. Anos 365. 777 Lamesh. That's a lucky little number. 600. Look at you dates, guys. I've never seen that before. So that's a funky little map. Don't worry, you can study it yourself for a longer period of time. I would just this is another map. It says of Paradise, which is basically Mesopotamia, Syria, Arabs, Palestine. So it's what was thought of as the Fertile Crescent, basically, and it is no longer. So this is like mad desert now, isn't it? It looks like, well, high fucked upness, to be honest with you. But in this period, it's all like, not fir trees either, little British trees covered in forest in the past. In Paradise, which it says Mesopotamia, is Adam and Eve. No, it could be a couple of chicks naked and hanging around in the woods. What by there? Oh yeah, these. So you see these people turning up, maybe like Phoenicians, the shape on them, but they buy these things, and you see them again, and I was like, oh, are they like them wormholes, or them little portals? You see, there's another one there. I've seen them before, these things, guys, and they just like stepped out of it. Let's inhabit this new realm. You see? There's another one over there, look. Another portal. And they just got out. Couples. To re-inhabit this world. It's just really, really weird what they could be. Just don't go with anything, does it? You just get couples. Yeah? And this strange thing. And there's the serpent, like in Adam and Eve. There's another one there. And there's the demons on top of the hill there. With the V. What's that one? Maybe a serpent. So yes, that's paradise in an old map. Crazy, isn't it, guys? Crazy indeed. Right, we're moving on. This is a funky little map because of its date and because of its basically its cartography. So, check this out. So it's the same characters, the Phoenician characters, and I'll give you a little biblical craft, little biblical bit of text there. So, dude writing in on a ball, electi. It's almost like electric over the rainbow. I wonder if that's a clue, seeing that upside down rainbow with that sound and vibration. They've all got clubs. What are they doing, these lot? Strange looking angels. They look like Puritan angels, and they're forcing all of the goats into this demon's mouth, which we've seen so many times in 1 week. It's hard to even imagine. So yeah, it's a proper map. It's a flat earth map, azimuth equidistant. I like the way this is curling round. Nothing going on in the middle. Spitsbergen, wrong place. And Iceland. So there's no like Friesland or any of that missing land there. So difficult to determine. What's these? Flying naked people again. Difficult to determine what stage of reset that they were at. So there's a lot of these bodies of water again. And again, there's only one there now. It's too small, the other one's gone. So that's what that would have been later. That's later. But not long. 150 years later. So a nice azimuth of flat earth map. California, an island. Where's all the rest? Well, there's fish swimming there, so there's no land. So it's still underwater. Hang on. But the earlier map, it was showing that it was connected. And Asia was too. I don't know. There seems to be a coastline here and here. It might not just be cartography jet. Anyway, fabulous map. Anyway, moving on. And this was a good little find as well. Handwritten Town of Final. I63. And check this out, guys. So beautiful little map. It's got star footage. Nice work on it. But check this out. So nice little churchage. Whopping great star fort with the tower. And what's on top of the tower? Looks to be like the mud is like a ground level with the wall as well for some reason. Like the whole thing inside is maybe full of mud. So a little hamlet, Greco-Romano archage, and to keep out of the way of the flood, because they know. They always build high, Your Highness. There's another star fort up there with another big aerial on it, which is suspiciously like a communications aerial. There's another one on there which looks suspiciously like a communications aerial, but wireless is not supposed to exist at this period, is it? So can't see it being a flagpole. Oh, there's more there on top of that one, because if they were flagpoles, you'd have basically flags on them. And another one right in the center of the star fort. Radio communications. Has to be. And look at the mud's right up to the wall there, almost covering that plaque. After the mud flood there, that's been underwater. Them trees are relatively new. So fabulous little mappage with some really weird aerials. So 724 watching on a flat day. Hi guys. If you share this outage into the flat earth British community if they are not here. Check this out, guys. This is a book of Alchemical and their depictions. Now, there's loads in here, so I'm not going to show them all, but they're like akin to all the stuff that I've already shown you. So, like, the trident coming out of the clouds, plasma sort of resetting. Look at that guy, how nasty he looks about things with his dagger drawn. So it's just like crazy clues. I can't read a word of it, by the way. I do try to overview. try and make some sense of it. It's got something like gladiators there. So just, excuse me, bring up some interesting images. Ooh. So same sort of thing, the old Charabanowskis, and I don't know what they're doing there. They're big on tapestry, it would seem. So just run down. It's better like it's actually. Excuse me. Drink. So riding a lion, is that even safe? No, it's not. It's a giant. Yeah, it is a lion. You see? Cover its eyes over. Why? You see what I mean? There's all sorts, and there's a lot of this covering the eyes business as well later on. So we get apples, right? No biggie, collecting fruit. Something everybody should be doing. Right, what about that one? Look at the architecture. What's that doing there anyway? I'm guessing that's a rat. And it's in some sort of strange trappage. So, I don't know. Rat trap? Can't work out the context. And again, you know, little cherub coming in, some guy full smoking his bong. I don't know. It's just really weird. Can't make any sense of any of it. And the bird cage. And that's also a theme, isn't it? There's a film out at the moment called Bird Box. And people are all blind in that because they can't witness something terrible that's happened. Don't watch that film. It's bloody horrible. Sandra Got Bollocks is in it. It's not funny at all. It's a bad film. And one of those Phoenician whales. Look, so even in different time scales, spanning over 500 years, even till our day today, it's all of this bullshit with the whales, with the Phoenicians. A hidden language, a hand coming out of the sky, the hidden hand all the time, guys. What's going on? Again, another trap for a rat. Okay, it's a handbook for collecting rats. Oh, is that a liquidizing rat? A liquid. Turning it into food for the population they will never know. And call it cornflakes. Splurm. Yeah, they got huge warehouses and they're milking rats, guys. You think it's oat milk? Yeah. Dream on. Dream on. Rat milk. Seen this on The Simpsons. It must be true. Because the Tavistock tell us the truth, don't they? So they're splurming. Soylent Green in you. You all seen the film Snowpiercer? Have you? So I've shown that one. Excuse me. This is weird. So what I discovered here was a letter. I can't really read it. It's in French, but it gave me enough clues to understand what it was. And what it is they're taking stock of the antiquity and Mont Saint-Michel. So it occurred to me that they don't know shit all about shit all. Can't give it an exact date, but they're definitely taking a stock of the statues. I noticed they're trying to identify some of the statues, and again, they're quite wrong. Like, statues here, is it of Paul? ? Rhea? ? They don't know what the statues are, which is really, really weird. They can't identify a statue on the facade. Some of the Roscoe artworks of villas, they don't know there either. So these are all questions about antiquity and whether or not this is this god, and is this Charlemagne, they're thinking. And isn't it interesting? The Charlemagne they got down as Solomon. Charlemagne as Solomon. And, you know, the depictions of Charlemagne have got, on one side of him, we've got the double-headed eagle, on the other side, you know, it's just all Freemasonic stuff. Yeah, he's supposed to be from the 1st century AD. He's supposed to be far off antiquity. He's supposed to be 1500 years ago. It's just all, just adds weight to this is all more recent, if he ever existed. And the 1st century AD was added somewhere along the line, not too long ago, and added 1,000 years and more. So here's an interesting little sharage, which I'm going to give you right now, guys. I won't show you too much of it, but it is fantastic. This will be linked up in the descriptions box. And it's a French book. I don't speak French, knock yourself out. But it's a book of free energy devices, and it's a book of electrical devices, okay? Like is in the wind turns this, and it generates electricity, which is a fantastic idea, actually. Don't know why I never thought that myself. So basically, yeah, wind turbines, okay? generating. So let's have a little flick through, and I'll show you some of the cool electrical inventions. And it's that theme of Tartaria, so it's like airships and them sort of. Let me just maybe get a bit bigger. In this case, blowing up, it looks like, but you know, it just shows you, you know, they're getting around in these Tartarian balloons. Again, I've seen these on other depictions where they got like what appears to be a Jewish star on on a landing platform, basically. So balloons of Tartaria as well in this booklet, which I thought was pretty fab. Excuse me. Oh shit, just lost it. There you are. Just flick through and other strange stuff, except for painting. That's not strange. Unless you're Toulouse-Lautrec, then it's very, very fucking strange. So they're getting around on these Flash Gordon styly. Let's have a look. Terrible, sinister. Plus terrible, sinister, it says. I got that bit. So yeah, they're riding around on what exactly? But they look like fish. They got fins like fish. And why does everything look like Fish World? I wonder what is the driving mechanism, if they did exist. So that's interesting. They got the Sphinx looking like an American president, all covered in mud. Holy fuck, what's that? I can't turn this around, guys, but if you look at this, there's the Sphinx. That is the Pyramid of Giza, and they got like a landing platform and all the shit on top. Holy fuck. Wow. I'm going to grab that and turn that around later. All right, you got a groovy torpedo ship with a telephone scope on it. Telephone scope, guys. God, for this sort of era, this is like the early 1800s, 1848. Some of this. So, yeah, that's crazy. On top of the, I wonder. So some other apparatus. Look at this. It's the same sort of thing as what we've seen on the pyramid. So it's a giant. I don't know. But I bet that metal helps with tech. So what's this one? Okay, this is to deliver people with 700 meters through pneumatic tubes. What's powering the pneumatic tubes? It's going right across the landscape. They're all traveling on pneumatic railways and in air balloons in a super futuristic world in this book. Wow. And what she's seeing in the viewer television, it's 1843. Stop hurting my Brian. Ow. Quarantine. If you're in quarantine, you can spend 6,000 francs and get yourself a Skype call. Looks like a scientist talking crap through a viewer, but definitely some sort of communicator. Because you're not going to be just looking at a picture of a dude doing stuff on a blackboard. That makes no sense. Wow, look at that. Cool, Arwin. Cool, too cool for school, my brother. Check it out. Lady tighten it up. What's happening here? Wow, again, looks like a giant fish. It's this fish world. And there's all like planes just flying out of it like it's the mothership. Look at this size of this. Wow. Imagine if it was like that. Again. Wow, they're flying them out of the top of these, the landing platforms again. 1848. What's all the electrics? So if they are envisioning it, she's got a viewer in bed. She's Skyping with her mates in bed. Babel, eh? Wow, guys. This is a fantastic discovery. I'm really happy about this. Oh, she's getting dress samples from her viewer, which is exactly like the Phoenician plaque, is it not, guys? And we see him looking at people in them. These are viewers. Again, with the platforms. Oh, we're on a lovely little life. Somebody just flying over. Good day to you. Good day to you. Oh, yes. Quite like that. But obviously in French. And you just land them anywhere. This is why the whole antique world has got covered in belfries or these towers with balustrade around them or something. Wow, look at that. Dropped him off somewhere cold in a lighthouse. Freezing lighthouse. Somewhere? What about this one? So is that gas lamp? Very much doubt it with all that electrical stuff underneath it. He's listening to a gramophone. They got themselves a Skype viewer. Wow. So basically, no different to the modern day, only more funky. Yeah. Apple stuff and all the rest of it's all poo compared to this. Oh, look, they're having a drinking competition. Don't worry, it's just laudanum him. And it's attached to a child's Brian in a funnel. And they're going to pour a load of stuff down his Brian. All right, that seems weird. But, you know, reality is, well, it's not reality anyway. Everyone's dead, as we already know. But, like, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, look, landing platform and a lower one. Wow, check the tech. Now, wouldn't that have been absolutely fab? Off on the balloon to town. And these viewers, has she got a mask on? No, thank Fluff for that. Oh, so more what looks like advanced theorem on a blackboard. A woman talking about theorem. I don't think that was acceptable in schools in 1840 at all. But I might be wrong. Marie Curie was vomited out of somewhere, wasn't she? Huh? Yeah, what's that? Is that an evil demon thing? Maybe. Just me. So yeah, well. So a couple of time travelers taking that Sprog, who's pissed off his ass off that funnel drink that he's had, out for a walk. Going out with Genghis and Aga, my old mates. Oh, let's have a look at this. So, the steam tech that we see so often. We'll see some of this later. Giant steam pipes that go under tunnels. We'll see some of this a bit later. The steam heated world. Whoa, check Fortuna. Again with the Phoenicians. Wow. Holy crap, look at that. Huh. It's just bonkers tech, really. But electrical. And the Phoenicians are involved as well. And another viewing ball. Another viewing ball. You see these all the time. It's got to be that. Talking between realities. They're not very far away, the others, I mean. They can see us. But we can't see them. Not unless you're in like a theta state, halfway in and out of sleep. And then you might be able to perceive them. Alternatively, taking a fuck ton of psychedelics. Wow, look at that. Phony something there. Like almost Phoenicia. So God knows what he's plugging in. These things are all over antiquity with these devices. Shut up and take a breath at the thought of it. More gadgetry. Wow, she's a bit of a geek, isn't she? A bit of a boffin. Here. So photographics. Well, that was in his infancy. A nice little engraving from a bird's eye perspective, as they all are in antiquity, because they were all in balloons. And that's why the vanilla skies are there. They're hiding this reality from us, because they know it's more fantastic and appealing to people to want to, you know, gently float through the sky. No fucking noise. Lovely, like, have a nice meal in the restaurant. Watch the world go by beneath. They don't want that shit. They want to cram you in a jet so they can do the jet fuels. What am I looking at? Oh, excuse me. What am I? I was just sorry. I just looked like, you know, Neo before they woke him up. Is this cryostasis? Grotesque, macabre. Want to get that bit. Okay. Well, it's a ancient dude. And he's got like, maybe they're just having a piss and they got him in an incubator. I don't know. Wow. Go on these journeys with you guys. My brain just gets splattered. So getting an old person round in a pushchair, like as you do nowadays. No way. What's the age? 1848. Oh, I look like Impossible to fire from battleships. surviving until the 1900s from the old world, and then they use them in battles in the First World War, like Jutland. Impossibly big dreadnoughts, impossibly big ships. Look at this. So doing a bit of it, oh, excuse me, a bit of evil experiments. Wait, don't know, he might be doing something good. I doubt it though. So yeah, they all look like submarines. That's the weird thing. Like the whole world, you know, that if all of that was in a fish tank, yeah. Fish tank tech. Check this, electric cables. Holy fuck, the world is just so not what you'd expect, is it? Not through the eyes of Flat Earth British think tankage. Okay, you could go on forever with this. This is 234 pages. Let me just squeeze through a few more, and I'll link this up. All will be linked up as soon as I finish this vlog. Started a bit late because of the holy what the fuck happened earlier, which was everything just disappearing. Oh, is that guy? I've seen this image before. He's delivering a building. And is this why the streets are so broad in antiquity? Because they deliver these big buildings up the canals, and they're literally on water, and they just drop them off, scuttle them. Maybe some of these buildings could be just scuttle chips. Deep, because they're huge. Okay, I'm sure there are beautiful depictions to come, guys, but I can't really. Oh, look at it. There's loads of people all like climbing up her. A giant woman. So you can't turn them around in the book, unfortunately. So I don't know. Okay, that's just weird. That's just weird. So massive, massive cannon. He got a ray gun. He's got a ray gun. Okay, he's got a ray gun. He's somewhere between Rome and Flash Garden. Or Flash Garden. You want somebody to greedy people to sign a treaty of some sort. Ultimatum. So he's saying, use your ultimatum or I'm going to laser beam your ass, is what he's saying. And he looks like to be in water clothes as well. Whoa. It's a bit out of focus because it's in an old book age, 150-year-old. It's like the size of the cannon. What's running there? They're never really supposed to have had these in reality. That's a strange cannon. It has got a breech. So it's like a laser cannon or something. Again, with the Phoenicians, the water. Just the trippier stuff. So some color images. These are nice. Wow. It's like not really a baby because it's a man with a big head reading stuff. You got like, you got a globe. Yeah. Tell him, look at her. She's an evil bitch. Tell him a load of shit. The king demands it. Wow, that's freaky. What's with the big head baby? You got glasses on, man. In all the little pretty baby blue fucking Jimmy Jam's cottage. Weird. So they got telephones. Anyway, let's move on. This will be a 10th of never. Ooh. But, you know, having said that, that's all it's about. It's a brilliant sort of view of what the world could have looked like. So she's playing the baby music. Jesus, I don't know about this. Any French people? Dig in. Let's find out what's going on, yeah. I can't make head or tail of it, if I'm honest with you. Except it's all about electric. What we picture as a Tartaria world. Gwinkadinkly. That looks a bit bleak. But who knows? Maybe it's a happy place. So, yeah, the Industrial Revolution fucked things up royally, didn't it? I mean, everything blackened from all the coal and bullshit they didn't need to burn. Now it's nuclear industry. More bullshit they don't need to do because they got free energy. So what are they really doing? What are they really doing with those things? Tech they're not telling us about is what? So anyway, you get the picture. Communicators and everything that shouldn't exist in one is, you know, just super futuristic stuff in antiquity. Okay, we're moving on. Now, I was listening to this the other day and I looked at the picture and I thought, oh, right. Well, that's Krishna. And he's basically sat under a tree with a load of boys. exactly like the Lost Boys, exactly like the Pied Piper of Hamelin, exactly like Pan playing his pipe, exactly like Peter Pan in the woods playing a pipe and living with a load of boys. So even Lord Krishna is the same narrative with the pipe. Yeah, maybe this is why they're all dressed in orange. Hurry, hurry. Yeah, hurry, hurry. So I'm coming back for a second, as you do, and see who's joined us and what is going on. There I am, 687 of you. Thank you for joining on what is Flatterday. Platforms to all. Right, we have some funny stuff coming now. And, well, I managed to get through that. Like, I didn't think I'd be able to. I thought my brain was completely splattered. Couldn't manage it, but, you know, we just wing it. Okay? So, blue beings. They're blue. Yeah, we talked about blue beings a lot, CMR, over the time, you know. The original Celts were supposed to be blue, but they did have their belladonna, which is deadly nightshade, rubbed over their bodies because it's highly psychedelic. So there was that. Yeah, giggles. Yeah, JT, I completely lost my shit earlier. I'm much better now, and I had a laughing fit before I went live after all the catastrophe of trying to go live and repeat everything twice. Blue beings from the DMT world, exactly the same critters. Good to see you, Capilocious. West San, good to see you. Phoenician and Atlantean rain. They were doing all kinds of genetic modifications. Yeah, well, we've been looking at them all week, and it's a definite thing. You know, if you look at us, basically, there's something really weird going on with us. And why are our bodies all needy anyway? And how come most people's bodies are wrong in some way or other? You know, these are biomechanical units that are basically down to our intent and our brain, how they all function. And they got everyone like wired to bad news and bullshit and made up stuff, which people will give notice to for some fucking reason. Squirrel Sniper, don't interest me. I like my own shit going down. Truth Seeker, good to see you, Benjamin. Innit? Mad Pyman, Rastafari. What? Hey, Russ. Isabella, good to see you. Living in a dream within a dream. I've had some crazy dreams just lately. Absolutely fantastic, guys. I cannot moan about my dream state at all. It's a fantastic thing. Some people don't sleep at all. I pity them. So JD, but they're like probably worrying about bullshit because they can't get over themselves and that. People won't leave go with the past, I've noticed, doesn't it? But what about me? I've had such a terrible time in the past. You really should be looking out for me. You should be kinder. I'm really hurting. It's like, fucking snap for everybody in the place. Get on with it now and start living your life. Leave all that bullshit behind. Doesn't exist anymore. Okay. Every day, thankfully, is a brand new day. Okay. Rewrite that motherfucking chapter. Okay. Get on the right path. That's my message. That was weird. Where did that come from? Hippie Shake Moonbeam Midge, who's been posting all week. She's very beautiful. As is Hippie Shake, by the way. You've seen Hippie Shake. Flat Earth Mud Birds. Dr. Bass, good to see you. And Jenny Kings, also beautiful as well. CMR, I am Karios, avatar. Yeah, you can change your avatar through intent. You can change everything in this place. So let's all make a big intent thing now. Big intent splat. Let's intend, okay, that we can do international travel without all of their weird dipshit shit in the future, okay? Because the fact still remains, if you've had like 2 of them weird, you know, needles, then you're actually not vaccinated any fucking way. So it's all just been bullshit on toast, hasn't it? And they have so come undone because most people actually know now, and they're not going to be able to pull that shit in again, are they? So game was up a long time ago. I'm surprised they're just carrying on with their bullshit. They're coming out with all this weird space stuff. It's just fucking nuts stuff. It's like so transparent. It's hard to even look at. Jay Martin, nice name, Jay Martin, spirited woman. Who's talking to Rob Dirt. Much love to you, Rob Dirt and Karen. Hiya, lovelies. Loogie. Super futuristic. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. See what I mean, right? So what's her name? Julie Andrews, who's in like Mary Poppins. She's a fucking witch. All right, she's cute, but witches. But she's like flies around using her umbrella. She's a nanny because apparently people don't look after their own fucking children because they don't know them because they're probably not theirs. Yeah, like bed knobs and broomsticks. Same shit go down. Okay, and basically it's like you need some medicine. It'll make you feel better. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. And they're like, no, I don't want this fucking whatever it was, castor oil to make me shit better or whatever. Because that's what they were doing. They were pouring all sorts of weird drugs down children's necks, experimenting on them. They're doing it now. They won't get away with that anyway. That's when people will change. Gotta leave the fucking kids alone. Kim, I know you're having trouble with Telegram, etc., but if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't really that was not in my plan to be able to spend like time dealing with fucking stupid donuts. Yeah. So mod people up, right? And any trollage or any stupid behavior, just fucking deal with it accordingly, please. Otherwise, I'll have to get rid of the old things. I haven't got time for that. My life is getting in the way. Monica, good to see you. Carrie, I have fairies. I adhere. Jungle juice. Ooh, that means something different in Britain. You probably know that. I don't know. Loyal Tang, Loyal Tangy, West Tang, Max, good to see you. Good to see you, Max. So we're gonna have a little giggle in a minute. Okay, we're not going to take life too seriously because basically it's like at all. It's like, what's the fucking point? It's all bullshit and toast, isn't it? Yeah. So Winston Smith, big up Winston Smith. Loved you in 1984. You didn't do too well though, did you? So Slim Pickens is here. I mate. David Jones of the Monkeys and Rosemary's. I nearly said that, seen that as Rosemary Baby then. Rosemary Marley. Platforms. Rosemary. Platforms everybody, in fact. Sprinkle of Martin magic. Oh, such a good time. Anyway, let's get on with the juicage. Make sure to share this out because basically I fucked this all up. I haven't shared it anywhere. It's all gone like tits up. So hardly anyone knows, I think. Anyway, more juicage. Buckle in, there's plenty more to come, okay? We're going to have a little giggle along the way. And more thoughts on weird stuff that's happening in our reality, which is a lot of, which Martin seems to find for some weird reason. Okay, so where am I at? Because I've kind of got lost now. That's that book. Okay, that was that weird letter. That was that funky shit. Don't go into Charlemagne right today. Now, let's have some humorous book covers. I haven't many, but have some. So this is the shit that's going down in the medieval period, basically, is because they look weird, these guys they got nasty habits, haven't they? And they light up as well. And you just they're not fucking hitting him, are they? Yeah. Baseball batting this guy up like demons with little faces on their bellies and shit. He's not very good at it though. He's got stepped on. So yeah, the medieval period is like shit, apparently. We stared at what mother gave us, but even she felt sick. See, I think it's essential for are you a good cook? I'm all right. I'm quite a good cook. I know somebody who's could make toast taste like heaven. It's like, my toast tastes just like toast, but your toast tastes like heaven toast. How to write abusive letters to your elderly neighbors. Oh, I'd be really fucking good at this. Started with "you smelly old twat" would be a good one. Yeah. I can smell you from here. Ooh, is that the air leaking from your iron lung? There's loads of little insults you could do, but basically they do smell a pee. Okay, take my word for it. Old people smell a pee. Wait till you're old. Yeah. Get if you're a fella, get the Old Spice in now. If you're a lady, get some Chanel samples. Steal them at Christmas. No, don't do that. Meth lab. That's good advice. You know, this is got to have something you can fall back on in life. Yeah. Right. This is Richard Gervais. He's wrong. Yeah. Who's looking back. Have you noticed, right? This guy I actually think either he's got another pair of underpants or is that an actual flat, smooth, shaven testicle hanging out of her top pants. So there were really bad aspects to reality in the past, all be expunged along the way. These also will be expunged. Okay. Now, if you are thinking of going to ABBA's virtual tour, okay, you won't unfriend me. Unfriend me on Facebook. Okay. She's got like this doll thing going on, haven't she? Super, super. Check out the lolly as well with the old red and white stripage. Yeah, in your face. So yeah, please don't go and support or give any money to ABBA. All right, she got enough. They got enough. Believe you me. Okay. See, I don't feel awkward at all looking at that picture. I feel awkward looking at this picture. Now, when I seen Dexy's Midnight Runners, well, you look like a homeless person. Kevin Rowland, Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come on, Eileen. I'm guessing he was singing about himself. I'm guessing he has an Eileen Wednesday. Okay. My Beauty, When I Look in the Mirror by Kevin Rowland. Did any of you actually know this? Did you? Yeah. I know. If I should touch you, face. Okay, that's this. He should have been in the Vatican, but oh, what will happen if I touch you? Well, you get your head kicked in for one, Baldy. Yeah, gentle on my mind. Okay, a winter shade of pale. Well, that's nothing wrong with that. Oh, wither shade of pale. Little green apples. Bathsheba. Oh, she's naughty. By the time get to Phoenix, blowing in the wind. Get wind. Exclusive butterfly. Oh, elusive butterfly. Jenny, you're in this album. Riding down to Bangor. That's in North Wales. Okay, that's in North Wales. Absolutely fantastic. The Welsh connection going on there. And yesterday, I fucking, excuse my language. I really am sorry that I'm swearing. Yesterday's a shit song. Julie, is that the John Lennon song? Probably both sides now. Okay. If I touch you, yeah, don't touch anybody. Don't even think about it. See what's wrong with his psyche? He's thinking bad thoughts, guys. Naughty Thoughts by JJ Worthington. Worthington. This is just like, oh, it's just weird. Now, let's not study this for too long, but let's do think about this. Is there anything wrong with living with your ventriloquist stuffed animal? In this case, Orville. Is there anything wrong with living with Orville? Will you still love me in the morning? Now, I don't know if Keith Harris is having, let's not put a finer point on it, intimate relations with Orville. Yeah, he is cute and he's a green duck, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, Orville, yes. Who is your very best friend? You are. Ah. That's how Orville talks, by the way. Okay. So do you think there's anything wrong with that? Well, let me tell you something, guys. There is everything wrong with this. This is why I had fucking nightmares. This is why my reality is so fucked up and weird. It's because of Orville and things like Orville. Fucking Nookie Bear. Guys, we can do without a reality of Nookie fucking Bear. I'm just saying. Yeah. No Roger De Courcy's in my reality. I'm better now. That's not too bad, though. So we got Cease, Mace. So I'm guessing they were maybe a Balkan country disco group thing going on. I'm not feeling too much of the American West. I'm feeling more Balkan Olympic ceremony. Something wrong about that picture. Can't think what it is. Let's not stare at it too long. But they're saying they know a secret. Sorry, we don't want to know. Because you've got knobs, isn't it? Did you know Hitler, right, was wicked into, well, yeah, everyone knows he's his favorite band was Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath. But yeah, he went to Woodstock, man. He hung around with. I think this is. Well, I don't know. It looks like a young. Oh, I don't know. I was thinking Frampton. He looks like a Frampton, but that blonde curly hair. But yeah, he did. He went to Woodstock. Chase sheep around, naked, cavorting. Oh, come on. You can take the piss out of Hitler. Anyone. Take the piss out of anyone. It doesn't matter. They're all fair game. They're fucking dead already. Yeah. This is a depiction of how they did the test back in the ancient antiquity. This was what you look like after 2 months of lockdown. Sort of belly and lesions. Yeah, they just force a red hot stick down your mouth to see if you've got the common cold. Yeah, she got a runny nose. No, she haven't, not anymore. These were real. Denver University had them on exhibition. So I think his head hid in there, and I think his heart hid in there. But he was only a heart-mouth man. The other one was a communist, bearded, monkey man or something. Like I said, guys, reality is ultimately strange. I know. Jenny finds a foot. Now, this happens all the time. This happens all the time when I was a kid. Yeah, I find bones all the time, me. So, playing in the garden one day, minding your own affairs, and up pops a foot. Mom, who's this foot in the garden? Holy fuck, the old man's home. Shut up. Now, this happens all the time. Now, some people I've seen in my comments are saying, Martin, it's easy to see. You have the early stages of senile dementia. I protest to that statement, okay? I'd say I'm more in line with I just goldfish the fuck out. And this happens all the time. It happened before I started this vlog. So I got this syndrome here. Forgot why I entered the room syndrome. And every year, millions of people like this walk into rooms, seeing things that they're not permitted to see. Oh, shit. Well, I don't know. That could be everything in reality for me. Like, that I'm not permitted to see anything in reality. Like, I mean, anything. So, yeah, they look, that looks spooky in the background. That looks like a Baphomet or a goat's head. Can you see that, guys? I'm sure they did that deliberate. Probably. Hunting. Okay, this is post-Armageddon strategy for your children. Yeah, you need to get them to preserve fruits, grow marijuana, learn about true medicines. Okay. Weaker family members are potential food source. Okay. Learn how to dispatch them quickly and cleanly to make a digestible gratin. Retain their hides for winter clothing and ceremonial masks. So bear that in mind for later. Okay. Don't let the weaker members of your family actually hear this section of the vlog. They might get worried or run away. Hallucinogens for children. Yeah, man. Do you know what? This should not happen. The worst thing that happened is you could wait, just basically grow up like really intellectual and together. So the future of discipline. I think that's a really good guide. This is a good one. Even Brown's nursery schools and playbooks. Oh, look. That's all. Basically, I don't really remember the name of that god, but it's a Phoenician god. A Baphometic god, and it's called Moloch. Yeah, that's the fucker. Moloch the fucker. This isn't a joke one, but I actually loved this book. Can you remember this, guys? Well, Love Tales, The Enormous Turpin. So I don't remember like how it got going or stuff. He must have had magic beans or something. I can't remember how it went down now. But basically, he grew a big fuck off turpin. And because he can't get out of the ground, he got everyone in the village to like grab my waist, give me a pull. Somebody goes behind them, and basically they're doing like the conga, yeah, and he's trying to pull the turpin out. Did he get it out? No, he fucked up in the very beginning, guys. This is not good thinking. This is not good strategy. See me, I'd have hung around, paid a passerby a £5, dig that fucker out, yeah, pickpocket him later. There's always a better strategy, guys. Yeah, you can just always grease somebody to dig that fucker out. Don't do all that work and straining. Fucking hell. You could die pulling out a turpin, guys. And to tell you what, pulling stupid shit will give you hernia. And just be careful. Don't pull up stupid shit from the garden or big turnips. Bambi was epic, yeah. Bambi wins a bet. And guess who has to pay the price? Is this Snow White? See, Snow White, I'm hearing bad press about Snow White all over the shop now, guys. I'm not sure what I think anymore. You know, she lives alone in the country. 7 dwarfs. Nothing going on. Look at her name as well. Yeah. So, a sting, loaded lice, fixed fight, dirty cheat, skinny dipping, boner, humiliation, shame, sex slave, porn, stag movie. So, yeah, she gets about, does Snow White. But it's all the Snow White she's on. They tell you, don't they, in the name. I've got ADH. Or am I just a bastard? No, I'll tell you what you are. You're just a bastard. You need a clip around a fucking euro. Okay. Did you know autism didn't exist in the past? Not really. It's like when we looked into today only, and when did that autism actually turn up? And it didn't turn up very, like in our generation, if you are like around my age, which is early, young, middle-aged, so maybe not really, that will tell you, right, that our generation are clear of ADH and mentalist issues. Yeah, well, most people, probably not me, and they're just being spoiled little bastards. They think Solar Worlds are my favorite. It's them fucking computer games I play. Grandma has become a lesbian. This happens all the time. They get to the end of their life. It's like, oh, I never tried that. Oh, the maid. Oh, you know, she smells so gorgeous. So if you are taking care of old ladies when you're older, you're a carer. If you're a carer, yeah, watch your fucking hands. Same for, you know, men carers as well. But I'm guessing if they're men carers, they probably wouldn't mind. No insults men carers whatsoever. Now, a deep mystery of society going to be shared with you now. You probably never knew about this, but Kellogg's was a serial killer. No, he wasn't. Kellogg's was a psychopath. Yeah. So when you're eating your humble cornflakes in the morning, you're eating flaky fucking skin of dead people. Fried. No, I made that bit up. Anyway, Kellogg's you eat was invented by a celibate psychopath man. Let's find out the real reason why a psychopath would invent cornflakes. Ever wondered what cornflakes and masturbation have in common? Yeah, every morning. For people all over the world, a bowl of cornflakes is the go-to breakfast of choice. But the majority of those who look forward to their morning bowl, it will come as a surprise, not really, that they were invented to stop people masturbating. Well, yeah, you can't. How can you hold the bowl and a spoon and wank at the same time? Yeah, this is stupid thinking. Anyway, John Harvey Kellogg, total fucking nutcase, who first created the cereal in the late 19th century, originally intended it to be healthy, ready to eat, anti-masturbatory meal. There he is, yeah. Never touched himself, even in the bath. No. Never had any unclean thoughts whatsoever. Oh, no. So why does he look like a paedophile? I don't know. Mr. Kellogg, the physician, was uncomfortable about sex. So that was it, right? Yeah, he's uncomfortable because he's gay. Believing it was unhealthy for the body, mind, and soul. He was celibate. Having never consummated his marriage, even keeping a separate bedroom from his wife, he also adopted his children rather than impregnating his partner. And while he was anti-sex, he considered masturbation even worse. How very fucking dare you. So let's have a look. You proper mentalist. You even bought your kids. You mentalist. Self-pollution is a body doubling. I can't say that. So anyway, he embraces natural history, hygienic, organic. He has 39 different symptoms being caused by masturbation. So epilepsy, clearly wanking, acne, yeah, right. Bad posture, stiff joints, no shit. Infirmity, poor development, fickleness. Yeah, are you fickle? Yeah, you've been wanking. And palpitations. While or after, I don't know. Mr. Kellogg was developed an enema machine in which bowels were cleaned out using yogurt. Nice. Meanwhile, he believed plainer foods could help purify his body. So yeah, he's proper fucking mental. Yeah, he goes on about granola. He skanked the name. Yeah, he first made granola, the cereal with oats and corn, when they were baked together and ground into tiny pieces. Under the threat of legal action from another company who already were making the same product and the same name, Mr. Kellogg changed the name of his invention to granola. So granola as well. So anti-masturbatory measures in the past was a nice bowl of fortified with, in this case, looks like Phoenician sauce. Sorry, I don't know. This is just history. This is to be studied in a historical context, obviously. Let's have a last look at it. You mentalist. Moving on. New Flatterdays pictures. So let's just appreciate the flatness, because this statue, okay, of a floating giant Jesus certainly knows it's fat people. As fuck, yo. Look at that wall down there, though. It needs more investigating, does that mountain. I've looked into the building of Christ the Redeemer, but it's in the chronology of photos because it's relatively recent. So more trouble from a resetting ball, music associated, flute pans, panpipes, and digging in under the ground. As you do. What's the date there? 1-2B, or is that a Zippo lighter? 456. Interesting. So sorry about that. It's tiny depictions. So yeah, this is apparently the nativity. So during the birth of said Christage, there was supposed to be some sort of census going down, because there'd been a reset and they wanted to find out who's dead. He couldn't get any room at the inn because the inn smashed to fucking pieces because there's been a reset. Yeah, because it's a whole new era, and they didn't get down in a stable. Yeah, they got down in a basically a bunker in the side of a hill, and everything in antique world is smashed and reset in this picture of the nativity, which fits with the whole narrative for what Nickel donkey. And don't worry too much about the frankincense next time, or the myrrh. We'll have frankincense and the gold. Don't worry about the myrrh. Again, resetting ball, wings open, active charge, lizard, alchemical symbols, exactly the same as what they're showing in the Phoenician religious language. Pyramids, serpents binding a cross. So yeah, this is one of those Phoenician ships, right? But it's supposed to be an ancient depiction. So what is propelling it? The oars, you say? No, there's all water being jetted out. It's a jet boat, and there's all sparks on it as well. Yeah, yeah, because you got the charge, and it looks to be propelled by high pressured water, but definitely electric going on with the old thing going on there. So yeah, strange craft, Phoenician craft in the past. Somebody passed me this only because I posted about the rainbow on top of a church. This is St. Mary's. This was only a day or so ago, and a beautiful rainbow which seems to emanate from the top of that cute little church there. Other people have sent me rainbow images too, but it's too many to share, and I only had a certain amount of time today. So some examples of what I think was this place was a quarry in the past. There's no way this is a natural geological formation. This has been cut away by a giant with a hot butter knife. Check this out. I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Somebody with a sort of grinding wheel, and there's people under it. They're crushing people, grinding people in China. Fee, fi, fo, firm, I spell the blood of an Englishman, be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Did you hear that? Yeah, he didn't say fuck all about the Welsh, did he? I'm just saying. So I don't know, but check it out. It's been deep in the mud for some time, and it's definitely artificial, man-made. It's got coins and straight edges. That would have been deep in the mud. What it is, what it is on it, somebody with a shiny head. And we've seen this many times. It's definitely buried in the mud. Again, it's just some advanced machining and looks to be part of the old computer grid network with crystalline stones. These as well. Look at this shitty dry stone wall in an inside in what looks to be China again. Is these ancient stones being split, but definitely some sort of cap top and definitely some sort of advanced machining, beautiful edging on it for that period. Now we see examples of these all over antiquity. Can water for X amount of time chisel these out? I don't know. Some of these stones are really, really hard to use. The technology has to be some sort of vortexy technology. They may be using water, it may be mercury that's running down them, but they're a technology. You see bigger versions as well. So definitely has to be advanced machinery to do this sort of thing into a granite wall. Heat, maybe. It looks to be pushed straight in. There's no screw bit. This one as well, exhibited in the same in Norway, star hole. So Tennessee. So you see examples of advanced machinery from people, if that's what you can call them, that went before us. And the ancient grid system, transport networks, could be monorails, could have been trains. They say that they're carts and stuff, but there's just too many, and they go for thousands of miles, some of these guys, these petroglyphs. You know, what's been rubbing against there all that time, and there as well, all that time. So, evidence of transport network, I would say, previous to us. And also this hole here in Pumapunku wall, we all know about this, seamless wall, but there's a hole there, and it's a decreasing hole that goes right through to the other side, so possibly water drainage. Maybe there's a bit of a line down it. Who knows? Again, like, you know, this seems like there must have been a giant wheel. At first I thought it was a modern cannon battlement, but it's not. It's ancient. And, you know, you can just see these cogs on the outside. So I'm thinking there must have been some giant mechanism in this bit of antiquity. Also that, what would be the point? Looks like a windmill. Just carved into the stone. Beautiful geometry though. Seamless work. Look at the rounding on the edges. No seams, no mortar. People say heated. People say sound vibration put in place. Polymers. There's 100 different ideas of how these things could have been put in place. They can't replicate this shit in the modern day, by the way, without laser cutting or diamond cutting. This stuff's fantastically advanced. And that would protect you from water, I think, if somebody was to slam that corner. Amazing, amazing craftsmanship. So this is on the side of the Great Pyramid of Giza. And apparently the score is that Napoleon's supposed to try to dynamite his way in, and later Victorians are supposed to be able to dynamite their way in and expose this entrance. Sure, it's got vandalism all over it. And mud seems to be coming in here and here. This thing goes infinitely low, you know, the Pyramid of Giza. Definitely. I got a feeling we just see the top of the pyramid, you know, just see the tops of them. I think these things are just massive. And I was inside the Pyramid of Giza. There was a big giant granite green ball. I proposed in The Greatest Secret Never Told that it was some sort of block for a venting system for when the pyramid was possibly used as some sort of air device for making air for the camp or the submarine or the encampment that was under the city that is under Giza Plateau. So, but it's just been lying a giant ball and advanced machinery, machining. This is just like fantastical. It gives us like, you know, what the fuck was going on in the pastness about it. It just wrecks your brain. We see this sort of you know, the way these get smaller and smaller sort of stuff, or the whole thing actually, everywhere in the world. Its meaning, I don't know. Looks like something might plug in. For dikes, for water, side of a hillside. Nobody knows. They were made for something, and they got something that could clip on top. Maybe some, you know, way of collecting water on a dry landscape. I don't know, but curious nevertheless. Moving on. And like them Phoenicians just come out with them tunnels. You see these everywhere. Look at this. Strange animals. It's out in the middle of nowhere. I can't give you the location, but nice stonework, and it just looks like, you know, the top of something, basically, out in the middle of nowhere. So have you seen this? They're getting ready for a reset, guys. Well, so far that's Big Ben. It's covered in scaffolding. The Notre Dame Cathedral spire has been rebuilt and the roof. And now the Arc de Triomphe is covered in shit. They're not being specific. I've looked into it, guys. I don't know what's going on. Are they getting ready for a reset? They're covering all the greatest antiquities over, by the way. Big Ben, Arc de Triomphe. Notre Dame. It's the greatest antiquities in fucking Europe. It's just quinky dink. So isn't it funny how Noah's got all of the Phoenician critters, got the whale, and he's sort of living in a house, I guess. He's got 2 of everything in a test tube. He lost a few animals on the way, didn't he? So there he is in the ark. And the Phoenicians are there. Mermaids again. Looking in the mirror, combing their hair, blondes, fishtails. Cities all sunk. So why are the Phoenicians showing up again in Noah's Ark? Place got flooded. They moved in. They took over. So you're not going to get 2 of everything in there, Noah. And you are a giant, by the way. That he's a giant. Last good giant, apparently, Noah. It's a complicated old story from what we've picked up. So you're building this in Europe. Because basically this doesn't look like the Holy Land at all. Because you've got trees that look like Britain, a German castle with, I don't even know, a lookout. So they're building it in what looks like Germany in this case. The ark's being built in Germany. So they're building loads of them, are they? There it is. They wrapped it up. And they covered it over the Arc de Triomphe. What they fucking up to? Look at that for beauty. Shit now, innit? Look at the streets of Philadelphia, all them people so cramped in drug lock and all of that. That's like everywhere, really. All the cities, just fucking septic tanks. Look at this. All the Nazis. Yeah, America was rubbing his hands, man. They get their boys back home. The best boys. All our gangage, innit? So they all end up General Secretary of the United Nations, NATO Chief of Staff, Head of the EU Commission, and Head of NASA, Werner von Braun. Yeah, all the same gang guys. Yeah, otherwise they would have been tried like the stupid trial of the Nuremberg trials, which is bullshit. Yeah, do you really think that he bit a cyanide tablet, Goering, and died? Fuck no. Yeah, he's living in Nantucket Island, Connecticut, guys. Feet up, laughing at your crowds. That's what he does. Boom. David Weiss sent me a video. Somebody's in a little shack here in Fort, I think it was Murray, but it's a camp. So if you can see, it will be linked below this video because you know I had problems before this show. All of these blue dots designate a flat earther, a truther. And you get the Sun and Moon app or the Find a Friend app. And when you get down on, it's like, this is Google, obviously, but it will show you we are everywhere in the world. There's literally thousands and thousands and thousands. We're just covering it. And someone showed up in Antarctica. And I've seen a video. Someone sat in a shack. So we got a flat earther who's on his own, one in a date, down in Antarctica. Or around there in Antarctica. Yeah, I know. But fused coins of the atomic bomb, they say, in Hiroshima. So the heat was enough to fuse coins together. But the heat of the Great Chicago Fire also fused nuts together, the same sort of heat. I think you'll find the same for San Francisco, Dresden, and everywhere. And another technology is clearly being used, guys, for that sort of heat. They're not turning to liquid, so it's not that hot, but they are fusing together. So, you know. And I picked up on this. I got actually a bit of an atlas that I could show you. I'm losing a bit of time here, but they're getting ready for the underground, one segment of the Metropolitan line in Paris, which is pretty shallow, but then removed a whole load of Roman colonnades, which they state was from a viaduct. So there was a Roman viaduct dripping through Paris. They took it down to put the underground in, they say. Getting rid of the ancient world. Why the hell would they do this? How would they do that? So this is a nice fireplace. Can you imagine sitting in front of this? The effort made into that. I've done a bit of dry stone wall, and it's real fun, a nice relaxing thing to do in a field of a day. But look at that, the swirling. I absolutely love that. Nice fireplace. So there's some images today. Right, we're going to move on now. Of course, time is getting on. Now, I don't know if this guy is in chat here. Alternate world. Are you in chat right now? Alternate world. Are you in chat right now? Oh, Jeranism just come up. That's weird. Alternate world. 111 views. So basically, guys, this guy has recorded some footage of me speaking my presentation. Dave Murphy also as well. I've sent a video to Dave. He's waiting for the official video. So am I. It's been a week. A bit of a wind up, but I trust that all will be well, because I can't imagine all that effort being made for fuck all. So anyway, no, his pictures are originally displayed Martin's presentation. So this guy's added images. I'm guessing it's okay to use. But I want to give this guy a shout and a thanks and say, cool for the images, because you couldn't see the screen properly. Okay, guys. So, legendary stream says, Isabel, you haven't seen it yet. Oh, this stream. All right, thanks. So, what I will do now. Oh, I sounded really Welsh there. 738 of you watching. Could you please share this out? Happy Flatterday. Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling nice and light? Yeah. As truthers, we don't walk around. Yeah, we sort of float, because we're light beings and we're getting lighter and lighter. We don't like plonk, 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 plonk ourselves around the realm, dragging our feet. Yeah, we just skip along like we're flying. It's been stated. People have noticed. Anyway, peace and love to you all. I'm going to mute my microphone and I'm going to share. If anybody don't want to see it, protest stuff right now, okay? But it's 45 minutes of presentation some of it that I did at the FEB conference a week ago. It's not the official video, okay, but it's still followable and quite good, okay? And you can see what we what we got up to. So you up for that? Okay, it's about 45 minutes. I'll come back. We've got more images, a little bit more comedy, and then I'll chuck out for the day. So make sure to subscribe, okay? Yeah, subscribe. Thank you for 40,000 subscribers this week, but I want more. My ego is telling me. So make sure to subscribe. It's good honesty, isn't it? So I'm going to mute microphone. I'm going to put on Flat Earth British presentation live at the first Flat Earth British Convention 2021, or so they say.
And he's done artworks which will show us the antique world, the classical world. So what he shows, he's either just imagined or he's actually drawing this stuff. Well, we know he's actually engraving this stuff because of the evidence of the classical world being smashed. You can see in Rome, because they didn't even dig the place out until the 1930s. The place was literally covered in 20, 30 foot of mud until Mussolini ordered the mud removed, showing us the antique world. Before then, nobody was paying any attention or any mind. You know, until that point, it was just still then in the 1940s and 1930s, still buried, then classical world. So Piranesi, talking about what Jay just talked about, Piranesi also showed you circuit board cities, okay? Is complete with heat sinks, complete with processors, and these are supposed to be classical world cities. So yeah, there probably was a meltdown of some sort, no doubt about it. Which, yeah, and this is the evidence of this world that went before us. So it was great crystal palaces, and these obelisks, these what I call totems, which have ships through them. You can see these; they're still there today. There's one in Madison Gardens. There's one in St. Petersburg. Antwerp has one. They're everywhere in what they call Christendom. So it just goes to show that these things, the essences of the classical world, are still left behind today. Some of them. But what you find is it's all buried in mud in this period. You know, this is the Constantine Arch in Rome. And if you look at images today of the Constantine Arch, basically, well, a lot more of it is visible. The arches you can see in the windows and all of this is visible. So they've done 30 foot of mud out of the entire place, central Rome, as late as the 1930s, guys, if you can actually believe that. Metropolitan area of Rome they were living in, but the antiquities and stuff was just left. Nobody ever went there, nobody ever gave a damn, okay? So what you see, to my mind, okay, is this is a post-apocalyptic era, like the Mad Max era. I think that there's probably some sort of switch off on the calendar. Now, at first, when I thought this thought, I thought, well, they can't really do that. But now with what they've just done, and they just hijacked a year of our lives that just went missing. Can anyone recall 2020? It's like it wasn't even there. So they can hijack the calendar. You know, the calendar they're given now, you know, that has taken so many changes around this period. You know, it changed from the Gregorian to Juliana. Juliana still used to take like Freemasonry, the royal family. They're still on that. But it took a couple of hundred years to come to fruition across Europe, as late as even as the 1800s. So we see it's a melted world, as Piranesi, the engraver will show you. You can see that it's thick with mud. All trees are devastated. Nothing is really growing. So I don't know how many generations this would have took to heal. So I think that this would have probably happened, you know, this guy's engraving this late 1600s, and this is the, you know, this is the post-apocalyptic era. So I'm saying the post-Renaissance. So anything prior to, say, the 1470s or the I-47 period, post-Renaissance period, the world was like that, all of it. It had been completely reset. Noah's flood, possibly. And then, like Jada said, you know, this place has definitely got cycles, natural cycles of reset. And it definitely is. There is something up with the electromagnetics. There's no doubt about it. You know, the sun is doing what, guys. You know, I've been here a while now, and the sun was always yellow when I was a kid. And now it's white. You know, it's gone from sodium to LED. The energy's gone out of it, even though it's nice and it seems hot, it's a different heat, guys, from what I remember. In fact, nothing looks like the realm I remember. You know, it's almost as if we've been taken out of our realm and put in somewhere else with a load of stupid people for some reason. It is hard work. I got your sympathy, guys. This is like hard trial with these people, you know. But we got to, you know, they're not like us. You know, we're willing to just show our love and our compassion, give them a hug. You know, I've had people right up in my face angry with me because I don't want to play their game, because I don't want to wear a mask and I don't want to, you know, be part of their paradigm. It's like, you know, don't download all your weird stuff on me, guys. But they're all doing it, you know. I'm not in it, basically, and I've never been in it. I'm not one of them. So, Phoenicia, this is the world that they show you the web before. It's an absolutely fantastic world. Although this is probably more fanciful. but it shows you, elements of the classical world, which is the statues that cannot be replicated in the modern day. There's something definitely else going on. Some sort of softening of stone process. But they're using these marbles as well in these buildings, and the marbles got all they're just unbelievable megaliths. They've all got veins and sinew through them, almost as if, they've got to put some sort of organic matter into these buildings. They're doing it today. They're putting blood samples into skateboards and shoes, some weird magic for them to get into, another magic spell. That's what's happening here, guys. It's a magic spell. Once, in my head, I think it's like this. Everyone's like, oh, no, it's too late. 80% been jacked or whatever it is. But they're not. Because they're saying that they're uncovered. And they've got to keep going on and on and on with boosters, and they're after the children, and we can't let that happen. But I think, click on a finger like that, and everyone would just be like, just wake up. Just wake up. Like a magic spell, like the veil's lifted, and just see the real world for the first time. It's really weird. The more truth you actually discover that you know to be true, the more unreal the world becomes, and the more surreal it seems, But that's the way this place is, It's a place of deceit and lies. They got control. They're pressurizing everyone from the on. You know how it works with the taxis, all to keep they're not going in their lifestyles. Yeah, whatever. I think not. What should be happening here is equal opportunity for everybody in this place. Everyone should have a fair crack at it. Every single one of us, It's always disproportionate. Half the world starving. Well, them lot can sit pretty, makes my blood boil. How can that even happen in this room? Why are we putting up with it? Can't stand it, guys. Can't stand it. See people starving, and then there's people just fucking, nice food for that, we kick it away, there's no care. Choosing all of, an ungrateful society, and they don't know how to live like normal. They don't know how to live in the now. They don't know how to experience life in the now, because that's all it is. Like I say, people are thinking stuff that they've given it to think about, all this rubbish off the telly, wasting their entire energy thinking about this stuff when you should be thinking about your life and your family and what's good for you and your family. Don't worry about what them lot are doing. It's all lies anyway, So that's what we should be doing, looking after one another. They're trying to shatter the family unit. When was the last time you sat around the table with your family having a chat? No, man. You've got to call your kids now down for tea on the mobile phone. Yeah? What's that all about? These things are deadly. They know everything. You only got to say, hi, Siri. And she says, hiya. So they're listening 24/7. We didn't even need to be spied on. We give them everything they wanted openly. Everything that we are, they found out with these things. Yeah, I think this is old technology. I think they've done all this before. I think nothing new under the sun. Really, I think we have far more advanced technologies. Really, really recent, guys. I went for a ride in an electric car last night. It was fantastic. And I was like, yeah, I know. I've been showing images of 120 years ago, big depots all plugging in their electric cars for the night because everyone was on electric cars or steam power up and pressed air. And then it went from, same with, with fossil fuel, same with the JP Morgan, electricity scam, and the same with the, to promote their evil fossil fuels. And that's also a scam. You see how they run this place? They're having a right laugh with us, guys. I can't believe we let them get away with it. But I got a feeling, some of the information that's coming out now, guys, if everyone in the world was to find out, what we know, it's game over. It is game over. They haven't got the control. They think they have. But it's the people. We got the power. We've always had the power. We've always had the power. And we just need to take it back, guys. Now they're pushing people into agendas of, is it a really good thing to take to the streets? Do you think that will go down well for us? What about every street and every town and every village? Well, might be a bit too late for that, mightn't it? Because they've all got jabbed up. So, exactly. We worry about what's left. Yeah, and if there is, right, something coming, okay, in the near future, then I think we should make the most of the time we got here for our families and everybody else. I think that we should really live our lives. And we should show the other people the way, not just for now, guys, yeah, the future, for when we're not here anymore. The indigo children, show them the way. We're the light for this place, guys. This place is insane, they're nuts. Yeah? Yeah. Do it now. I don't know if everyone's waiting around for. You know, the time has been now for a long, long time. I've been just shouting this for so long. It's now. We need to do something now. You know? So just give me a minute. I want to show you something, right, guys? Now, don't be unnerved if you have some of you may have seen this before, okay? There's something I want to make abundant. That is a human infant child. First time I saw it, I thought, is this real? I thought first, is it a mandala effect? I thought I've been here 54 years, how come I don't know this? But more, guys, more, right? So we have two sets of teeth, okay? We have primary teeth, that come in a little bit later. So we do share some similarities with other mammals who also have these secondary teeth, but not many. And in fact, it seems that we're more closely related to the alligator, so serpents, and we're more related to fish, or fish with teeth, and the sharks, the mammals of the sea. We're more closely related to them than anything other. Now, evolution will tell you, okay, that we came from primates. It's, you know, space monkeys, okay, which is insane, by the way. So this is a human infant child. Unfortunately, the rest of antiquity does not exhibit the same, which is freaking me out a bit. Meaning that to show you, it would seem that primates, our nearest relative is the chin. Okay, according to evolution, we're connected with them somewhere along the line. Doesn't exhibit it. In fact, none of the primates exhibit this whatsoever. So we're not connected. That's evolution. Now, they would say, if you was to bring this up in front of academia, oh, it's going to be some genetic marker mistake, like they say with all evolution. But this is proof that we are not connected to primates. It's a little bit worse than that. Okay, so we're not connected to primates in any way. We don't exhibit the same. We're more connected with fish and reptiles. Now, I studied the antiquity records. Okay, there's plenty of pits. There's one in Athens with 450 infants who got chucked in a pit in Athens, murdered. And I've checked for maybe 3 weeks, something like that now, to find evidence of us exhibiting, or infants exhibiting this in antiquity, and then it's not there. It's not there. So I'm trying to come to terms with like, what? So what's that saying? Is that saying that we're new to this place, and we're not anything to do with the people that were here before? And that sort of started ringing true for me, because I never really felt at home in this place. I felt like, who are all these people, man? I'm definitely in the wrong place here. I didn't sign up for this bit. Yeah, I belong somewhere a little bit more than this, you know? Yeah. It's like it's a really poor place. It's like they just, you know, this has got great potential. It's reality, guys. If you could just grab hold of it and show them. But yeah, I'll show you some antiquity records. First thing I noticed, sorry, is the agenda when you look into infant skulls in antiquity. And what I noticed was, so they're definitely trying to cut in the evolution theory, and they show you, like, you know, the star child, or what they would say, you know, like a lot of them have got elongated skulls and deformed heads in the past. Now, it seems, in my head, that a lot of these resets in this place that we find ourselves now, there were beings here, okay, possibly brought in from somewhere else, guys, who even knows, right? But, you know, looking at that infant child, which is us apparently, and we're nothing like anyone else here, guys, except for the fish in the sea. It's really spooky, and there's nothing in the antiquity record to say that anything to do with anybody in the past. None of the infant online. Please, if anyone could look for me and find an example of secondary teeth in anything in antiquity, please bring it to me and put my mind to rest, because at the moment it's like we ain't even from this place by that discovery. So it's a bit weird, a bit unnerving. So I'll bring that to you. So what do you think? Anybody? Have you actually seen this before, anybody? Well, that's weird. Any mothers here that knew that when they got children? The Nephilim? 2 rows? No, I haven't seen that. Right. Well, you get the elongated skulls. Skulls supposed to be an infant formed in Peru, but, you know, sad to say, it's infants. not exhibiting this primary-tea thing going on. None of them in antiquity. So going on that, should I presume that we're not connected with anybody in antiquity and we haven't been along? I don't know. This case needs to go on. But I tell you what, that is unnerving. So they're fabricating the past, and the human being seems to be nothing to do with anything in antiquity. They push this star child. Have you ever seen that? It looks like a pug. It's like a pug skull. I bet they were. Pug humans with a bunch of ankles. Infant skull from antiquity. They took a cast of one, and I'm not seeing any of the cavities even needed for primary teeth. Just they're fully formed. Now the chimp, you know, will be born with guns because basically most mammals are. They have to, because they milk. They have to take milk, and then they just grow the first set of teeth, and then they will harden. Is what you find with most primates. With most primates and mammals. Not us. Not us. We got these. The only one like alien. We look like alien as chest hugger. You know, we got like these things up here at the top. It's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So let me get back into Mudford. I thought I'd share that with you. It's a bit weird, I know. But that's it. It's evolution. It's absolute bullshit, obviously. Anyway, you asked any academic, well, what evidence have you got for evolution then? And they'll say, oh, there was a stickleback fish in a lake in Scotland, and it changed from one species to another one. What? It changed from a fish to a goat? No, it changed from a fish to a fish. So it hasn't really changed species, has it? Like, no. So if you name one species to change from one species to another, no, not really. So like, and the whole of their paradigm is based on evolutionary theory. It's just wow. Dinosaurs. Anybody believe in dinosaurs? So how do dinosaurs procreate? Yeah. How do they feed if you're a T-Rex? You thought about that? Yeah. No. So back to mud floodings. Now, so they constructed the past. They put some weird stuff in it as well. They're trying to freak you out. We have found literally hundreds of examples. I'm just going to use the accurate thing. Messing around. So let me just show you this. Now, this is the expositions in Paris in the 1870s, and it's got statues here. But one of the statues looks like it's a Phoenician, it's a mermaid, but check the face. It's basically like a human giant, and it's just the most freakiest thing. I see all these Victorian, what they call Victorian people walking around, all dressed in black, all got the same clothes on, top hats, uniforms given to them, and they just seem completely lost. They seem completely empty. It's like they just arrived in this world and they're just like looking around and it's just like, you know, where am I? Every one of them look the same in all of these pictures, all of this time. It's absolutely insane. But we know it's stage set Earth. We know this. Shakespeare, if he was a real thing, which I doubt, told us the same. So sacred principles in architecture. This is one from St. Petersburg, and it's fantastic. It shows you everything we need to know. The mechanism for the structure of this place we live in, okay, electromagnetic structure, will be sized down into a building, okay? So it's the four angels, you get the dome, same as here, and you get the four towers on each corner. So these are the four angels, okay? These are vortices, these are magnets, if you like, which are driving the engine for the sun and the moon to go around. So the buildings are scaled down. And you can do this right down with us as well, because we are exactly the same as the place we're living in. You know, with the torus as well. We are torus fields. Everything in this place is torus fields. Okay? You know, if you go in the fields of quantum mechanics, it's counterintuitive because it's bullshit. They keep doing this. It's like, yeah, it seems a bit weird, doesn't it? It's counterintuitive. It's like, yeah, it makes no sense at all. No, because you're making it all up. And you do it with everything. So yeah, this is the same exposition. These are taken by Lumiere brothers. And they're actors. They're actors. This guy, he's just looking at the camera. He's got a fake beard on. He's got a fake beard on. The whole thing is a stage set. And then they have a lot of people involved in it. You know, like thousands of people involved in it. Stage set, guys. They are setting up and fabricating the past. So what we've got here is the same in Paris, the expositions. And if you look at their buildings in the background, they were there for only a few years, guys. They built an entire civilization, they're telling us, of the highest quality masonry, okay, for a limited time. It was there just to pour like 10 million people through to basically look at the spoils of a stolen civilization. And if you look at that same view today in the modern day in Paris, it's a field there. It's a field there. This was only 100 years ago, and that was a civilization. Wouldn't it have been wiser to leave them fantastic buildings there and not knock them all down and replace it with a field? Well, they're trying to hide this civilization from us. I went through Birmingham yesterday, and I noticed the classicalist buildings laying empty, and it's the same thing for all these British cities now. They're just putting up these terrible buildings, these temporary. Nothing is like built to last. All of this stuff they're building now, guys, it's got like 20, 30 years, not even that, 20 years. 15 years. With Europe, they eradicated a lot of this architecture using bombing campaigns, which is another side off, guys. Really, they say this was like, it doesn't make no sense to be dropping bombs on populations of people, especially in Dresden with 500,000 people there at the time. This was supposed to be some sort of safe haven that we'd agreed to, apparently. So they bomb the shit out of it. You kill just incalculable people, boil everyone there. But it's to get rid of that architecture. If you look at Dresden before the war, it is a showpiece city. I mean, fantastic. So, Mudtaria, it's there everywhere, everyone can see it. The first time I experienced this myself, I was working on a department store in Cardiff, basically demolishing it. And they said, go and have a look downstairs. I went downstairs, and it was like literally below the street. And there was like an arcade, with Victorian shop windows, doors, and I was like, oh, so people were working down here. When? It just blew my mind, I couldn't believe it. I went like that on the window, the shops were empty and all of that, just being like it was abandoned or something. It was really weird. But an entire street with cobble and all of that below the city streets. And that's what triggered me. I thought, well, how come there's all these streets and everyone's walking around? The ground level's lifted, and then I noticed the stairs going up, and I thought, well, that don't make no sense. And then the windows. And then I found they go, I've been to some buildings 2 stories down, so, and this is exactly the same everywhere in the world. It's the same in Easter Island, the Moe. They are literally exactly the same depth, They've got carvings in their back, just to bury them up to their neck. Why did they bother carving their entire bodies? So at some stage, they would have been on the surface. So, there you are, there's, like I said, there was an electric car last night. This is what people were running around in prior to the 1900s, was battery power and charging it, and they're just taking us so backwards. We just spent the last 100 years burning apparently fossil fuel, something self-replenishing, and not even what they're saying, okay, because that would cut in their geological model, which is also highly incorrect, by the way, as we have found out by looking at, well, all of it, the mountains. So yeah, really interesting. This is the area of the Bank of England. Now, there was literally Rome here 100 years ago. The Bank of England got completely burnt down. But what you do see inside of it is the existence of the classical realm. I mean, giant columns, massive architecture. The place got gutted, and then they built this bit on top. They say in the 1700s, this bit here, by Inigo Jones, apparently famous architect, worked for Sir Christopher Wren. But it's not. It's not. It's the classical world. We've just got paper to tell us that this is the case. And with our eyes, we can see this is not the case. And this, the Bank of England, it's part of Rome. It's part of Rome. They say it was 2,000 years ago. It's not. I included all of this into my books, guys. Yeah. First time I went to Rome, I took a look at the Colosseum, and I thought, that ain't been there 2,000 years. What about entropy? What about all the wars? What about all the floods? How is it still there? It makes no sense. And, it's the same for the whole of the antique world. The ancient world is not the ancient world. And like I said, nothing new under the sun. Okay, look at this guy here. It looks like might have a device in his hand. But we see loads of examples of this. And they're literally using that sort of technology. Well, yeah. I've used examples of Skype calls in Berlin as early as First World War. So if they're doing them in the First World War, you can safely assume they're doing them a little bit time before then. You know, Queen Victoria could have been literally watching battles on big screen, all we know. How would we know? Yeah? So, reset. Now, you'll see this image, and it's indicative of everywhere in the world. I mean, so many American cities. Seattle, Chicago, well, all of them, actually, if you think about it, have actually been torched at some time, okay? This is Paris, okay, in 1871, and they say it's the Franco-Prussian War. Yeah, the entire city is like literally, looks like something, like a blast has hit it. And every building is gutted. They say it was the Prussians firing with the cannonballs, and it apparently did bang to Paris. Again, Paris recovers really unusually, builds all of these expositions and everything, and none of this even seems to matter. While the city's looking like that, excuse me, right, they're building the expositions. Does this make any sense? No, because the expositions were there already, it had to be. So this is the idea, guys. Okay, the classical world you see, so that's our civic buildings, museums, anywhere in any city, you know, all look like this. It could be like the White House, you know, or the Capitol building, excuse me. And then what you find is they, as I just showed you on the earlier example with the columns, they go deeper and deeper again. Reset, on top of reset, on top of reset, on top of reset. Okay, over and over and over and over again. This is how this thing is played. The only thing I can say, guys, is with this sort of research is we only been here a short period of time. Okay, and when you look out, like, you know, if you were in a room, you looked out the window, every time I look out the window, all I see is catastrophe. It's catastrophe in this place. And like I said, we're the last throes of what I see as a post-apocalyptic society. I don't think we've come on very far because we've been completely controlled and allowed them to control us. For the most part, we should have said no early on, you know, when they took us off to be registered as a child, you know. We didn't know, obviously, that we were going to be sold off. But, you know, and everything that's come at us all our lives. But the good news is, no matter what age you are, you don't have to put up with no more, okay? You do not have to consent. You don't have to do anything they say. Mandates are not law. They can bully us and they can boss us around as much as they want. Do we have to do it? No, do we not? No, folks. That's the good. So here's mud flood. So as Jacob said earlier, you know, mud flows coming through. You can see an example of it here on this side building, this corner building. It's just skimmed down here by the door. It's covered half the building, and then it declines, and then you get bigger and bigger windows. All of these examples of mud flood are all disproportionate, as in, where's the rest? Where's the rest? It's all like underground, you know, you just see the top bit, and the rest is underground. So you can't do with the whole of antiquity, because most of the guts of the building are below ground level. And free energy. We definitely think they were using free energy right the way through what we call the golden age of Mudtaria. I think that this, you know, the resonation science that Jadeth was talking about earlier, through the, you know, the somatic frequencies created by organs and bell ringing in these devices they now call churches. Yeah. So it was in this example, yeah, you can think of it as a power plant. Think of it as a power plant. So it's generating from the untold electrostatic potential that's held in the air, and the higher up you go, the more potential there is. And these resonators, they work through basically symmetry and a specific kind of metal. Okay, it's a metal they don't really make anymore. It's really good metal, and it vibrates like that. Okay, very slightly, it resonates. Okay, it creates a charge, and they drive the charge through into onion domes. It can be augmented, and it can be stored. And it comes out to these devices, which they call religious churches, into these things here, okay, which are U-bends. And they haven't got cables, they got just these little bits of porcelain, which can be basically some sort of superconductor. And they carry a charge through what we call bollards, you know, street bollards, drain covers, and you'll see a lot in also in Russia, these little iron nugs that just leave in the pavement all the way along. You know, they're pretty, like, what are they for? You know, there's no explanation, but I think they're also for charge transference, also metal bridges. So you can see this guard here, he's sort of just looking at this building here, which is seemingly not much going on with it, but there is, because there's wires coming out of it to this, and they don't go any further. So it's some sort of electricity processing plant, and it's connected with this church. But bells as well. Bells can also create resonant science. So some of these towers are bell-free, because there are bells in them. So in the case of a clock tower, if you get a bell ringing every 15 minutes, it will top up the charge. So the bell will ring in the clock tower, it will charge, and then it will top up every hour. So it's always, the bell is always like a self-replenishing charge. As long as you can just, you know, every 15 minutes and then on the hour, another big bang, creating a charge. Poses the question is, why is St Michael's Tower or St Stephen's Tower and Big Ben still in scaffolding? To this day, all the way through the reset, the thing lands in scaffolding. You know, is that a quirky thing? And these things here, which we call bunko booths, okay, they're pretty unexplanatory. It's not like they're selling, you know, the press on them or anything. They're little rooms. They all have antiquitech on top. And we think these are, you know, like you've got electricity substations in the modern day in every little street. Well, we think that these are what they are. This is a good little example of antiquitech going insane. Is these onion dome, what we call bunko booths, and these gold, you know, onion domes on top of this. All the wires, this whole thing would have been a power station. Okay, what were they doing with the electricity? Well, they were running electric cars, that's the one. You know? And look at the culture that went before us. We find evidence that a lot of these trams, okay, not moving by any horses or any electricity cables, and some of them seem to have power of their own. So we've seen evidence of little motors in these tram cars that seem to be able to work wirelessly. And we see stacks of examples of these trams which have no horses, and something is definitely propelling them. And we think that they are free energy. They're all the way along these roads. I guess could have had a subtle charge through the track. Here again, what's running now? Yeah. So steel bridge, carry a charge across the bridge. You have these little things at the edge of the bridge. They have to be something to do with this charge as well. And run a wireless tram car. You see it everywhere. And the Eiffel Tower was also an antiquitech tower. And we've seen evidence in the past on this gantry, the first gantry, they had all of these, like shell decorations, but they were all wires coming off them, and it was antiquitech. And it had an anomalous fire. There's not too much information about the Eiffel Tower fire, because basically it would get people asking, how does metal burn, Matt? And I wouldn't be able to answer them. So apparently, and I've seen pictures of this getting struck by lightning, but apparently this thing turns into like, same for Blackpool Tower, apparently that burned as well, because it was the same device, same tower. So yeah, this fire looks to be on that. Where's the rest of the fire? How did it just happen there and happen on that level beyond me? But it took out the antiquitech. If you look at the Eiffel Tower in the modern day, none of this antiquitech is existing. So they've taken out the technology of the Eiffel Tower. They used it in the 1940s during the war and stuff as a communications tower, wireless tower. This is a lovely example of Tartarian street life. Look at this. So free energy U-bend tower, one of these great resonators, and the architecture is just sublime. Everything about this world that's just past us is sacred, geometric principles. You know, the real science, the fractal science, the bursting forth out of the ether science, which is what this place really is. You know, they turn it around into the realm of the invisible, like they do with their germs, quantum mechanics. So obviously you can't see it. They did the same with the Cold War. We should all be scared to death of nuclear bombs and radiation. Can you see radiation? No. How do I know it's there? Oh, it'll make you ill. All right. Same now, isn't it? How do I know it's there? Oh, it'll make you ill. All right, okay. See what they're doing? So is the invisible, isn't it? You can't prove. So this is a nice thing. Bombing shows mud flood. So this is the London after World War II. And they will show you down below street level, ginormous walls and doorways leading up what would be, you know, quite far down below ground level in the past, basically, guys. And war is absolutely excellent for it. So there's the original street level, and this is below ground level, not just what they call basements. No basements on flat Earth, yo. and doors and windows going through to what would have been streets in recent past, covered in mud. And the fact remains that this culture of the British Empire, who were the Phoenicians, they wreaked havoc in this realm. Everywhere they landed, they ripped to pieces. They would institute a fake paradigm, take away their culture, and just suppress them. Now, India and Africa is a great example. This is Lucknow, the Lucknow massacre. They wrecked an entire city. This is India. Yeah, you've got Rome, you know, classical arches and everything. So them things on the floor are not stones, they are human beings, skeleton parts. Poses the question, how did they get down to a skeleton so quick? So they wiped out the entire population of cities as little as 150 years ago in the uprisings in India. They blamed it, let's blame the Thuggies. They seem to go rampaging or killing millions of people. But no, that was us. And they do it everywhere they go. They suppress the culture, they bring in an education system and religion and all the rest of it, and then goes down their culture. India, 150 years ago, had no poverty whatsoever. It was locked in a golden culture, as much of this place was only 150 years ago, until the Phoenicians arrived in the ships. Yeah, they're jealous of their culture because they're evil. They introduce their ways, their cargoes, surreptitious takeover. They concentrate on people's basically people's greed is what they monopolize on. They bring in drink and drugs and all of the things that are just going to corrode and mincemeat society, and they know it, and they pour in it. And look at society now. Let's see where I live. So, same for the railway lines. They all arrived exactly the same time, no matter where you are in the world. Yeah, London the first, the deepest, the biggest, then Moscow, New York, and then all of the rest. So what? They just all got invented all of a sudden in the 1800s and all started to build undergrounds? No, it was Butler did. They were there already. We found stacks of evidence of this, guys. Same for the Trans-American Railway Line, the Trans-Siberian Railway Line. We are finding that these things are an old network, and they were just digging them out of the mud. Okay? Same for the roads as well. A lot of the roads were covered in mud. And these, out in the middle of nowhere, out in the middle of the mud, and they are everywhere. Massive evidence. And what you'll find with these is they are mostly orphanages, or to be more specific, orphanages, asylums. Because if you were an orphan in the past, which unfortunately lots were, then you were fit for society. There was something wrong with you, and they would put you in an orphanage asylum. Now, if you have been following the story of the orphans, it's a hard story to get into your head, guys. It's tens of thousands daily shipped out all over the world. They got no one to care for them, no one to love them, and they're left in the hands of psychopaths going to God knows where. Billions of them, absolute nightmare, and to generations and generations of children. I would do it. They're still doing it now. So the question is, what happened to all of the parents? So that's like millions. So they attribute it to cholera. So another one of them. Or, in the case of the Irish, around the same time, potato famine. We established that was really what happened, or was there something else going on? So they just make excuses for the vast amounts of people that they get rid of in the past. I don't know why anyone embraces these people. I think they would spit on us and burn us as soon as look at us. The psychopaths, they're not us. They're not us. They don't feel like us. They feel nothing. If they did feel anything, this whole realm wouldn't be a mess right now, would it? Yeah? And everyone would be living exactly the same. No jealousy, everyone would be loving. If you imagine leaving your house every morning and hugging everyone and high-fiving. Whoa, what fantastic people! Yo! Nowadays, you just can't even get a response. I get funny looks because I'm happy and I want to be getting on with people. So here's a Coptic church, totally covered, and they haven't dug it out at that stage. It's still, as you can see, the mud's just come running in and it's cut out the building off. Stacks of examples of this. I think that a vibrational quality went through this place and just turned it into like sludge, just like an earthquake would do. Yeah, and just turned it to sludge. Here's a further example of taking away beautiful architecture. There was obviously something in this left-hand dome here in the past, which they've taken out, and miraculously there it is in the modern day. Aren't they lovely? Why don't they leave it there? Because they don't want you to see it. They want everything down vibration. Look at this example. So 100 years ago in Kronsberg, yeah, you go in the same place today. They're doing it everywhere, guys. Eradicating. And I tell you what, the next generation, they won't even know that the red brickers or any of this culture ever existed because they're getting rid of it all. Yeah, Brooklyn, whatever that is. Got someone from Brooklyn in the house. Whee! And full up with antiquity, the portal, everything else, and in the modern day, they take all of the technology out of this, it's not working anymore. What were the benefits of that? Well, imagine on the benefits of, say, 432 emanating through the ether when you're walking around in your day. It's going to be fantastic. Everyone's going to be buzzing. Ooh, it'd be like, woo, wouldn't it? You know, and that's the vibration that everybody was on. I think from the look of some of the evidences here, the vegetation and everything was coming on really, really well. And another thing you find, funny enough, to do with the climate, is I found examples of palm trees and stuff from hotter climates in Moscow. Okay, so the climate was definitely warmer in the past. Look at this example, and there it is in the modern day. Sickening, isn't it? So that's what they're doing to us, guys. They're taking away our beautiful culture. Look at this example from Mud Flutter, fully coded. So the mud was up to there, almost the second rail there. In the modern day, they've taken the second rail away. They've exposed what was there, but it's fully coded. They've got the Zeus lightning bolt, which the Freemasons put into everything, don't they? You know, Flash Gordon. So, savor every one of us. And this thing here, took the tower off, and all of the mechanism. Oh, my for time. Is anyone keeping time, yeah? 3 o'clock. Yeah, we've got 10 more minutes, right, guys, and then we're going to have a break, okay? I've got some stuff later. I've got some more comedy. I haven't had any comedy yet, but I will give you some comedy in a minute. So anyway, we'll have a little look at some more examples of mud floods and other stuff later.
That was good. That was weird. It was almost like I don't remember any of that. So that was fantastic. I enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm guessing when the production comes through done properly, as you can see, it was all being recorded there. It'll be fantastic. So I'm back. Thank you, 567 of you for watching. We've had a fab day. I'm running out of steam. I was knackered before I started, but it's coming up to 3 hours, and I will be back in a little while on Flat Earth British. And all of that I just showed you will be actually linked up following this show. It'll take me a little while to link them up. So you come back in half an hour or something, and you'll be able to pick up all them maps and everything else. Okay? All right, then. So let's give a few of you a shoutage. So I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. It was pretty cool. Basically, I had no script. I just like wing it as I'm going, which is what I did. But my next presentation is going to be fantastic because I'll be able to think about other stuff instead of 50,000 fucking things at the same time. Shari Lives, good to see you. How dare you want to sleep, man? I don't want to sleep. I want to eat. And plus, my back's in half a bit. We've been sat here for 3 hours. So fun. Oh, I'm glad. We'll have a little bit more fun, maybe. Shall we have a little giggle? Okay, I'll show you. Hi, Kerry. When I went on a little outing to basically a World's Fair when I was basically in 1964. This was so it was well, actually, it was a few years before I was born, but I was there with my creepy father and my even creepier nana, my grandmother. Awful day. They just took the piss from beginning to end. I was dragged there. So we'll have a little look at that. Thank you, him. Drugs bad. GT Clark, good to see you. Capalocious or Caparich, as we like to call him. Arwin. Barely any visuals on the video. There's none. But it will be on the recording when it eventually arrives Arwin Itch. Okay. Have patience. We'll almost have patience. I know it's a waiting game, but you know, it's just a slow game of chess after all. And it is like checkmate. It's just them. The penny haven't dropped with them yet. It'd be stupid. Stephen Dickinson, Truth Seeker, Kelly Dolan, Captain Silver, Jungle Juice, A. Jollyman. Thank you, A. Jollyman. Zackage, much love. I had great fun last night. I forgot to mention because of Brighton, like I said. With Zackage, Waltage, Joshage, Camiage on Iron Realm Media Age just last night. And it was fantastic. I had a really good time. Cool. Again, Bob. Spirited Girl, Julius Air, Monica, and IAB. Okay, then. Let's venture into Martin's very peculiar childhood and see what we make of it all. Okay. When they took me, dragged me, kicking and fucking screaming, as always, to a strange place with, oh, excuse me, we'll get rid of that. There, supposed for viewing. A very strange place indeed, as you will see, with strange fanciful things that really don't exist in our reality, as you will also see. So yeah, World's Fair, 1964-65. Remember it well. It was a little bit before I was born, but somehow, like I said, if I was to be blamed for World War II and I wasn't really there, this is easily possible. Okay? Okay. So let's just dodge over the titles because I don't actually want to go. Oh, fuck it. So here I am arriving with my creepy old man. He's a bit of a camera hog, as you can see. Ooh, look at him looking at you. He looks at me like that. I don't like him at all. And he smells funny. What in the actual fuck, Dad, Granny, did you bring me here for? A fucking globe? A big fuck off globe when I enter through into the gates? You're taking a piss. Anyway, there I am, as you can see. 3 years before I was born. And there's a lot of strange. Oh, they got monkeys. Oh, excellent. These monkeys got it fucking nailed. They eat the nits out of your head. Oh, you give them peanuts and they just eat all day and they think, well, the people on the other side of that cage, really fucking stupid. They're not eating peanuts. They're giving them away and we're eating them. Who's stupid? This is a vision of the future. So they were thinking how adverts would be portrayed and modern day rock concerts in modern day. So, yeah. That's right. Breakdancing is not new, guys. Yeah, you think I was on the streets of Harlem, man, in 1986. I can break dance. That's why I'm baldy on top of my head. No. They were 1964. I was there 2 years before I was born to visually see this was happening. There I am, cute little kids with my sister Maria. Now, Maria isn't my actual sister. I think she adopted us. So it's okay to talk about Maria in this sense. But Maria is actually really good looking. Italian. We're from Italian extraction. Italian, Estonian, Welsh, Scottish, Bhutanese extraction. Maybe. Probably not. There it is. So what's all this weird shit, man? I don't know. There's a fling flying around. Well, this is a monorail. Oh, I love monorails. And this is the best part of the day, actually. I've wet myself a little. I'm so excited. Is that Italy? Yes, this is the home country. This is where I'm from. Oh, Maria. Is that where I'm from, ma'am? Yes, Maria, you're from just down there. That is Italy. This is the entire world. Soon we come up to Hungary. I'm hungry. Shut up. Okay, and there is the flags of all other countries in the world. Will we see China? Yes, China is in the east. You have to get to it from a boat. Maria, you're so pretty. Ah, oh, thank you. What in the actual fuck, mother? A globe. And they all live in tents. Like little Neanderthal people that don't also exist. Hawaii, you've heard of that, haven't you? That's where Hawaii is. Look, there's the Michelin man's house. He lives like his body in inflaty bits, like Michelin my body. Oh, look, people hanging on for their dear life on cable cars. This is not a safe method of travel, I must say. Oh, there is, are you listening? There is China. You wanted to know where China is. Maria, you don't seem to be paying much attention. Ciao. Oh, my favorite. Native Balkanese dancing. They're on their own. People don't go near them. They basically. Oh, Indonesia. I knew Indonesia was an actual place. Oh, they have a crown. Oh, it's so pretty. I wonder if there's any people from Indonesia in there. I wonder if they're really, really little. Oh, here they are. Oh, they look splendid. No, these are Spanish people, surely. It's just a flower in it. Hola. Oh, look, Santana and Branxas. Hola. Oh, they're doing these traveling Wilburys thing. Hola. Ah, this is my favorite part of the day. Ma'am, I don't like dancing people. This is shit. Can we go home already? What the actual fuck with the globe? There's Maria. Maria visits once in a while. She's in university in Seattle. I think she might be a lesbian. But it's hard to say in this day and age, you know, things. Oh, there's a boat. There's a boat. It's found its way onto the land. Big clue. Big clue. Bring a boat in. There's the entire world. There's Switzerland. No, it's water skiing. Of course, you can water ski if you go to like the entire civilization in a small enclosure. Actually, it's under a dome. A dome. We have to go through a dome pod. Yeah, like a window. I made that bit up. The rest is true. Oh, here they are. The dancers from the Balkans. Oh, they like the. I've never seen anything like it. It's like they were floating on air. Oh, look, little white socks. Oh, little yellow tartan. Oh, this was the best bit of my day, Maria. Give me I taste a little bit of a tongue. Hey, Maria. Maria, I just met a girl called Maria. There's my creepy dad holding me with his big, wet, sweaty hand. And my granny who stink of piss. Look at her face, like smack ass. So there was my childhood when I wasn't an Italian. I was an Estonian, by the way. And they took me out for a creepy day out. So, you know, torture really. And what the actual fuck with the globes, guys. So that was my poor childhood. You can see what happened. What explains a lot, doesn't it? Little Martin. Did you see the similarities, Arwin, in Little Martin? Yeah, that was in 1964. So that was an actual 3 years before I was born. But that's completely possible because basically, things get reincarnated, and you can see that was me, surely. And I have got a creepy nana, I did have, but she didn't stink of piss. She was nice. She smelled nice as well. Okay, but I'm just saying, most grannies do. Your granny probably stinks of piss. Don't insult the audience, Matt. No granny jokes. No granny jokes. Matters. Nice to see you, Jay. So, is that Newsflower? Manila Maria. Very funny. Alien Zootage. Hope us all is well. Hope you had a good dancing and enjoyed your Flat Earth British convention. There will be more, bigger and better. Okay, we need a bigger hall. Build it and they will come. Okay, this is the old thinking of Flat Earth Britishness. Okay, make that shit happen. Magic that shit up. Wizard Raps and Minerals, much love to you, Justin. Love your stuff. Love you, brother. You're awesome. AIB. Jenny H, I wasn't ignoring you. I was just reading what you were saying. Much love to you, Jenny, as well. Big loves. Isa, no proof of spinning ball and no proof of curvature. Where's the curve? Where's the curve? It's a mirage. We destroyed it or we go back in a nanosecond. Yeah, they're my 3 favorite proofs. Captain Flatpills, good to see you. Roger Higgins, good to see you too. Dragon Sage, Roscoe's in the house. And Noonsflower, who is saying hi to Janikins. Okay, who brings all the love. And she's like Evo Stick. Okay, I don't know if you got Evo Stick in America, but it's glue. Yeah, it's like old-fashioned Gorilla Glue. I'm not talking about weed either. Okay, it has similar effects. Roger Higgins, as in they get you high as fuck. Increasing, don't try this at home. Increasing prana, indeed. I've noticed that. Prana increasage. Mr. Breeze. It's good, isn't it? You having fun? It's mad journey, isn't it? It's good, isn't it? Like, it's good being Grace, isn't it? I know. Fuck all that weird shit. Anyway, more fun to come. Let me just change my green screen to something more less apocalyptic because I feel a bit saner now after I've actually got all that out. You know, there you are. That's better. Yeah, the calm after the storm. Okay, that's much better. I feel quite out of breath with that, like Angel Gabriel behind me and all that apocalyptic nonsense going on. Shit in it. Manny Silver, good to see you. Can you snug on Gerson, the Viking? I don't know what I'm supposed to do to Viking kings. Just like, I don't grovel, even if Viking king, I kiss your ring. Just fat fumage. Whatever. Kerry, Jenny, Sagage, Alien, I think I've been there. Cattage is in the house. She's talking to Snuggle Gerson as well, because she likes to say it like me. Dick, Richard, Manny, Julia. So yeah, excuse my little moment of insanity, but I do like to show you some of my home movies. There were many done over my childhood. Many were done before and after the advent of my birthage into this weird ass realm that I never signed up for, that I'm not from. Yeah, join me. I'm going. Never go full retard on YouTube. This is the golden rule, okay? Jungle Juice. Captain. AI. Aye. Dabbing Goods in the house, is he? Ooh. Ooh, there's Dabbing Good. Aye, Dabbing. Oh, Jollyman. And who else? Beyonce. Is she in your house? Is she a fan? Anybody famous a fan? Huh? Do you ever watch Flat Earth British? You wouldn't admit it anyway, would you? I don't know. You can't. Not allowed, do you? I don't know. Too naughty, ain't I? Yeah, don't hang around with me. Doing right shit. Things will just start exploding around you, but you'll be in a calm bubble of calm mattiness, okay, unaffected by the whole of reality. It's beautiful. Poetry in motion. All right, song, no, not that. Poetry, no, don't do that, man. Don't break out into fucking song. My son warms me about that. He says, Dad, please, something will trigger me just a word. I want to break out into songs. Like, please don't break out into fucking song. People like literally get chopped up for that shit, guys. They do. People just go mental. S-Coop. This is epic. You're having fun. Yeah, it's a bit of a smorgasbord of different stuff, isn't it? We've had a giggle. Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't there. We've had to look at me and Flat Earth British first conference. That was pretty good. I liked that. That was all right. I'd watch that if it wasn't me. And I don't watch me, but I would watch that. You see. And we thought about other stuff, or like all our weird alchemical behavior. I'm sure you'll understand that is very, very freaky fuckingness. Okay. So I did have loads more, but I've run out of time. Plus, I got this like zinging sensation in my head. Mike James. So I hope we've all had a good laugh, and I hope your vibrations are feeling light. Okay. I'm a natural speaker. Oh yeah, they didn't like me in school. I did get voted class captain for a short period, but they literally, the day the Pretenders there, because they knew I had a fucking thing about Chrissy Hines, which I did have and still have, by the way. Yeah, she's like a more approachable Susie Quattro, if that makes any sense. So I had no chance of getting into fucking Chrissy Hines. Pissed me off. Yeah, they sacked me that day. They said for mitching. Mitching is truancy in international terms, which may have been true. Yeah, and they sacked me and wouldn't let me go to the concert, so I had to hear brass in pocket booming from like detention. Fucking tortured my ass. Wouldn't let me go near it. So, but somebody had to sit with me in detention. They had to miss the concert too. So fuck them too. So. Can't get to me. I'll see Chrissy Hines later on down the road, guys. Okay, and Sheryl Crow. I don't know about that Madonna. I'm changing my mind about that. Don't know though. See what anyway, very professional. Thank you, Hippie Shake. I hope to be better professional. It was like it's basically my first own conference, and I managed to like think about stuff as well, which is exceptionally rare for myself. My brain to actually work. Just go on thinking like mudfloody thoughts and stuff. WG40, talking to Scott. Okay, energy shots on Cynthia Wood. So if you are there, 500 odd of you, don't lurk. Don't be shy. Okay, we're a nice bunch here. Okay, we're very okay. Okay, you can dig us. Come and say try in the chat. Okay, don't say hello to me. Okay, that is forbidden. Behold, forbidden is helloage. You're saying hello my ass. I don't want that. I don't want that. Yeah, bless up. Don't be blessing. Don't be blessing my ass. I don't want that either. Yeah, in fact, I don't want any of that. Just say later or whatever. Yeah. Street talking. Jive it, man. Jive it. Jive me, baby. Anyway, Martin's gone completely mental, as you can see. Rhodes Atlas. Oh, it's just different sorts of sanity, isn't it? This is the more insane version. Dave Knuckles, good to see my brother. Pigs in space. Hiya! See Miss Piggy? She's a fucking psycho. You gotta watch them. I'm telling you now. I'm just saying it's true. Yeah, they are out there. Fucking nags. Usually they say hi with an insult. Okay, like Miss Piggy, she fucking hits you. So it is a thing, though, that if a bird hits you, a bird is a female to anyone in the audience, yeah, that means they like you. So if they slap you, yeah, or not necessarily. Yeah. If you're like Mr. Kellogg, yeah, Kathleen, Alva Billy, Michael, kind of dummy. I'm going to go because I'm just waffling now, as I do. But 500 if you're listening to me waffle, so that says a lot for reality, doesn't it? Yeah. Got homes to go to. Oh, you're in it already, aren't you? Am I on a big television? Does that look fucking cool behind you? Behind me? Yeah? I did that. See this one? That was me. It's fucking wicked, isn't it? Poetry in motion. I'm Carrie Oscar Knight. JCR, Nostadiki, Kim Rowe, Nostadiki to you, Jim, Joe Will. So I'm from Wales land, an exceptional country. God goes here on holiday. Okay. No, it's not true. Not mine, Ed Butlins. He comes to Wales because he's so special. Okay. I'm in a particularly special part of Wales. It's not very Welsh at all. In fact, nothing is very Welsh where I come from, except me, because I've got a Welsh accent. Roger, JJ, good to see my brother. I gotta fuck off. LL. That's my son's initials. LL. Lawrence Decap. Morning Glory, what's the story? Good day, yeah. Morning Glories. Very cool home move is true story, S Coop. Was you moved? Yeah. In a good way. Okay, that's good. But it's over. See how we're learning together? Yeah? Yeah. What do you think of Mr. Kellogg? Not feeling that here. JT. EXP. Pam. Mandora's Box. Gabrielle. Roger. Stop entertaining myself. Kelly. Oh, Alien Zoo. Increasing prana. Bumshanka. May the seed of your loins be forever fruitful in the belly of your woman. Okay? It's the best I can do. I hope your armpits do not get infested by camel fleas. Stay away from camels. It's my advice. Nora, talking to Hippie Shake. Yeah, you met her, didn't you? You were all in the gang, weren't you? See, next time, make sure you all come. Yeah, I have to get a small stadium. I got 40,000 subscribers. You're all invited to my next party. So I'm going to need Cardiff City Football Ground. 40,000 of you. We're going to need bigger speakers. Yeah, do you feel that? Fucking build it and they will come. Yeah. Who dares wins, Rodders? This time next year, Rodney. Got a plan. Anyway, thank you. Nice background, WD-40. I did that. Well, we did that. You helped me. We're great at this shit. Anyway, I gotta go. Okay? So peace and love to you all. Make sure to do the YouTubey things, which is flat thumbs it up. Okay, subscribe to me because I want some more subscribers. That's my ego wants in them, not me. Okay. I'm going. Anyway, have a lovely rest of the weekend, guys. Okay, enjoy the weather while it's here because it's been beautiful today here in Britain. And I'll see you in the week on Flat with British. My other channel should be back soon as well, hopefully. Flat Earth British Think Tank channel.